Plug.
Hello there. Hello, everybody. Can you believe it? It's that time of the month. It's that time of the year. It's that time of the day. It's that time of the week. It's time for a fucking crud rant. Had to get swagged out for the occasion. Gotta have my skull shit. Gotta have my skulls. You know, gotta be boned up. Gotta be, you know, skelly curse on. Fix my fucking key light. Everything is good. Why does Nessie's nose look like that? He can't help it. Anyway, who is ready? How did the blue bones wash? I have not washed this shit yet. I've only worn it like twice. Thank you, Sinful, for the 12-month sub. Whew. All right. So I've only been spoiled on one minor thing from this, which is the cost of the subscription. Everything else, no idea. Thank you, Gene, for the prime. I think that does say crud humor down the bottom left. 24-hour rant? Maybe. Cliff prepared a bingo card for me. We'll see if, you know, if anything happens. We missed the mark, opportunities the team are working on, a really bad graphic, clown music man in the comments, trying to show they care, someone's upset with the community, Drew tells us about the team, expensive water, Mel mentioned, legal actions, list of things that won't happen, free space, Mike rambles, chair lady rambles, brown shirt guy gets introduced, talking about a random topic, the most random thing is mentioned, inside is mentioned, changing things last minute, patting themselves on the back, the girls speak less than the guys, random nonsense, toxic things, and someone cries. So thank you for that. What about Mrs. Skeleton coming back? I don't think that's happening. Also, I set ads to only be 30 seconds an hour, so no one should be getting a fucking ad break this time. Feb later? Yeah, Feb will be on later. Drops aren't for like 3 or 4 hours, so you able to have the live chat from the video on the side. There was clown behavior in it. Nah, that'll be too distracting. Heard the dev direct was terrible. Is that true? I'm about to find out. I haven't watched it. So I'm about to watch it with everyone. Yay! Woohoo! Al ad break. How do you have an ad break? I can show you my ads are set to 30 seconds an hour. If you have an ad break, I don't understand it. That's your own fault. 3 or 4 hour rant. It's bad, man. Good. I just had one too. It better have only been a 30-second ad because I'm not having to repeat a last rant where every fucking 2 minutes someone's like, ads. It's like, damn, Donio. Got the Guilty Gear playlist on Crud stream up. Fruit snag in my closet at the ready. Life is good. 5 second? Okay, good. It was only 30 seconds? All right, well, that's ideal. All right. I don't want any more ad complaints if they're only 30-second ones. It's when you get the 5-minute ones, then I get it. Anyway, let's watch this shit. Now, does that say in the bottom left corner, hello, welcome to Sea of Thieves Community Direct? Why so many ads?
Hello, and welcome to the Sea of Thieves Community Direct.
Wow.
I'm John McFarlane, Head of Creator Engagement, and today I'm going to guide you through a treasure trove of discussion.
All right,
Joining me, we have Head of...
So, Cliff, we've already got one on your thing. Brown shirt guy gets introduced, so... Old Jono there. How do I make my brush bigger? Fuck paint, dude. There we go. First time watching Current Live? Yeah, welcome. I'll do that after. Can we ban everyone with a partner badge, please? I don't care that he has a partner badge. Also, do you like the font I chose for the captions? Is that pleasing to all of you? Is that what you like? Is that readable? Because last time people wanted better captions, and I was like, all right, that color fucking sucks. What about the font? I picked nice Comic Sans-esque font.
Community and Comms, Christina McFairholm. Right. Associate Design Director,
Let me know if the
Shelley
volume's
Preston.
good.
Studio Creative Director, Mike Chapman. And Production Director, Drew Stevens.
Wow.
Today, we're going to talk about Season 20 and how we're evolving our seasonal model. We're going to expand...
Okay, evolving the seasonal model. So, last couple rants and just in general on stream, I've spoken about this. They need to stop doing seasons. It's very clear that sticking to a seasonal model has completely fucked them. They need to just release updates when they're out, keep a season pass going, but just drop updates when they're ready because seasonal model is absolutely fucking killing them. and it has been for quite a while. What's that thing you painted on? That's a bingo card in MS Paint that Cliff made. No more seasons dies. Yeah. Drew's TED Tat kind of looks like a drawn on hairline. Nice. What up, Philix? You have any streamers giving out Ebony Eye Reach a pistol? I have no idea. You can just buy drops that have that though. Scott has a famous voice around SOT devs, but mainly for end of a video calls for action. True. Kelp, don't do that this time, please.
Indefatigable.
Because I'm just gonna mute that. Because this is I'm making a video out of this Kelp. No SpongeBob fuckery this time, please. You get one per stream. All right. Well, we'll just wait. SpongeBob's moaning. This be a crud video later. It will be a crud video. It won't be edited. My editor's still dead. Question marks. That's what happens when you say indefatigable with the SpongeBob voice. Anyway, hopefully they're dropping seasons.
A renewed focus on game health and discuss changes coming to our cosmetic strategy. And we're going to dig deep into custom Cs and how it unlocks a new era of community creativity. But before all that, let's do some reflecting. We've covered some of these topics in the last podcast that we did.
We did an American crud rant way earlier. Nice.
But let's talk about some of the things that we've learned from the past seasons and what some of those challenges were. Mike?
Yes, as we mentioned on the podcast, the approach with 17, 18 and 19 has been to optimize our plan for regularity. So
buzzwords, optimize our plan for regularity. What does that mean? Renewed focus on game health. Isn't that what you're all doing? Every time, literally every time they say this, like, we're working on game health. It's like, what are you doing to it? Because it means nothing. Yeah, optimizing for regularity is, we've already got like, I don't know if there's that, you know what? Maybe that's not a mic ramble yet. Corpo BS. Yeah, like, what does that mean? Optimizing for regularity. Like, let me just check really quickly here, though. Could I call that random nonsense? Or I'm calling that random nonsense. Actually, let me make this look better. Let me just go. That's still, hang on, that's too, like, dark. We'll just go like this. Random nonsense, brown shirt guy gets introduced. We'll go from there. Free space to, yeah, well, yeah, of course. I don't think that's a mic ramble yet, though. It's not long enough. Just want to take a probiotic gummy, right? Exactly, dude.
Every month, there's something for players to come back and experience, new goals to go and attain. But I think
not much.
The reality of that is these smaller, more piecemeal updates, the pressure that puts on us as a team, it means that our original aspirations for a feature has had to get scaled back.
So when they did the last podcast thing, are the captions red because they're evil? Yes. When evil people speak, it's red. The point of the 3-act structure seasonal shit was to make it easier for them. Part of that was to make it easier for them. Way less bugs, way more testing makes it through. Yeah, that shouldn't be putting more pressure on you. The point of that, I believe, Mike, you yourself said, was to reduce pressure. Piecemeal updates? The pressure that puts us on the team, we just cut half the small content updates? Yeah, like, I don't even know what they're really working on right now. Anyone else matching the shoelaces to the shroud breaker jump? Come on, man.
And now we see that response in the community. We've heard it through the Big Listen survey. The reality of releasing content on that rhythm has been really challenging internally. And that means that
only you could have predicted that it would have been really annoying to try to do like 3 updates but spread out, but then together and then spread out and have bugs that clashes with each other every time you fix it and stop it. Sounds like it worked perfectly then. Can't remember the last time I saw bugs in an act. Don't bring up the survey. Yeah, don't bring up the survey either. We don't want to hear about the bullshit numbers and the percentages you lie about. We're going to not getting fired and they're sucking at it. Dude, 6 more days and the profits should drop for 2024, 2025.
Like, honestly, all of us on the team, it's really challenging to know that you're not able to put your best work out there, because our initial ambition is to know that you're not able to put your...
They're not able to put their best work out there. That's crazy, Mike. That's crazy. No shit? Yeah, Mixel. Should be. Start the live countdown. This is almost on par with when Mike said we haven't really been listening, or we kind of didn't do anything for a few years. You're not able to put your best work out there. Why not? You know, Like, why not? Bingo? What you think? Is this the mic ramble? Is this the mic ramble? Or is this any of the actually hang on, is this any of these? This is a mic. Okay, if user saying that user claiming is mic ramble, we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, saying you're not able to put your best work out there is crazy when you're in control of the work you put out. Like, time it has to be for more than 30 seconds to be a ramble. This has already been like, he started talking about here. Yeah, he started talking at 56 seconds. We're a minute 50 in. Opportunities count them saying things are good along the lines of that. Okay. Kind of just had our fingers in our ears what the translation is. Yeah.
Best work out there because our initial ambition has to be scaled back.
Why?
And I think we're not feeling good about what we've released. Our players are telling us they're not feeling good about what we've released. So I think that's really been the main challenge. Is just
it's important we all remember that. Mike said our players have been telling us they don't feel really good about what's being released. Keep that in mind just for anything that comes up in the future here. Me saying that when I submitted dog shit assignment at uni. Our initial ambition was too much for Xbox One to handle. Yep. Scaled back. They haven't done anything. Well, yeah, here's the thing, right? Like, the stuff they cut from this season, like, that wasn't even much to begin with. So, like, what are we doing? The challenge is making good stuff. Mm-hmm.
Not having the time to do the ideas and the updates justice.
Why not? You're in control of the time you take. Were they feeling good when they put out the previous dev talks? They were. And then reality hit because they released the updates, and the updates were absolutely just barren. Doesn't matter, you're just second guessing it. Meanwhile, normal companies do crunch and drop an entire game in the time we've waited for actual content. I don't really understand the constant we've been struggling nonsense. They put themselves in that position of refuse to do anything about it. Well, that's the thing, Mark. Like, we've been saying for years now, just drop seasons and just release content when it's ready. Oh, I'm blocking the chat. You know, like, no one has ever said they'd be upset if they took longer to make their shit. The problem is, when they have time to make their shit, the shit they make, as Drew said in a previous video, doesn't feel like long-lasting, like meaningful content for the game, which it isn't. 100 plus employees on SOT, where is it? Yeah. We want good shit? Yeah. Is that picture set in the background? That's a separate room. We've been struggling PDS. Yeah, this is... I'm sorry, but every time we have this conversation, it's harder and harder to fall for the pity party. Like, I can't really empathize about it. It's like, well, you only did this to yourselves. People spoke about it. You didn't listen. Now you're listening, and you're not listening. It's because they realize they're being pushed to listen to us, and they're not used to listening. Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that we announced in the last Community Direct was that we were lifting the NDA for insiders. So how's that?
God, that was my birthday. Remember that? What a good birthday present that was. During Crudfest, Crudbirth, going through all of the insider forums. That was a mention of insider. That is a bingo right there. Hang on. Insider mentioned. Yep. Okay, let me just check if there's anything else that might be here. Is the team working on... No, that'll be in the future. What's the point of mentioning this? I don't even know. Wow. What up, legit? We are 5 in already? Yeah, what up, Flux? Yeah, we could have a bingo if this was ordered differently. That's crazy. Did you not say opportunity yet? I don't think he did. We'll see, though. It'll come up. We got 27 more minutes. See, legit.
Affected the game development stuff.
So for us, it's been fantastic, actually. After the last Community Direct, we lifted the NDA pretty quickly, and that has really changed the shape and nature and kind of like volume of feedback for the better. The standout, if I think about recent weeks and months, is the last ship standing technical test. There were thousands of people watching it on Twitch when we were testing on the Friday night, and it felt like we had so much more telemetry, data, insight, feedback than we'd ever had before. And obviously, Shelley, that kind of extends past just like last ship standing, right?
Yeah, obviously everything that's going through Insiders now, but things like the new Build Rat Weekender live event that we're developing, and some of the deeper Hourglass improvement changes as well, having more...
What do they mean by the deeper hourglass changes? Is this recorded before the update dropped? Because that's already in. There's nothing new. There's nothing else new for hourglass. So I don't even know what that is. Lift that NDA, we had no reason to be there anyways. Yeah, no, the NDA that existed to protect you from getting spoiled from tall tales, and they stopped doing tall tale testing in Insider for like the Pirates Caribbean ones. This is probably a month old. Yeah, no, like all the hourglass stuff has been in for what, like 2 weeks now? Like why are we talking about that? Someone the cracking on him? Yeah, it gets worse. Oh, God. Got to clarify the change is going to be good. An NDA for that is still kind of insane. It really is. It's like, just say, hey, don't post shit about it. That's all they had to do.
More people be able to see and talk about those with the NDA lifted in.
Oh, no, yeah, Hourglass stuff is good. All the Hourglass changes have been great. Like, I'm not saying anything against them. I'm just saying it's interesting she's saying these are still in development when they're not there. NDA back? No.
Insiders has been really valuable in shaping the development of them.
Except for a lot of the deleted feedback you've been doing regarding things like Outpost stock and the Black Witch ship set being added to Emporium instead of Outpost. You don't like that feedback. You don't like that feedback. Pre-record. Well, yeah, this is obviously pre-recorded. They didn't stream this live. They premiered it. Never forget that. I'm going to bring up a reference here real quick. Let me just find it. If you do disagree with certain changes that they make, they will delete the feedback. God, there's too much fucking shit on this forum. Okay, here we go. We found it. Let me just go to the first page. So keep in mind, as much as they want to hear your feedback, they don't want to hear your feedback if it affects money that they might make. So they said, in regards to the Black Witch ship set being added, they said, please note, we've seen early feedback around the Spirit of Black Witch set following its early preview in the loading pages and dressing as at Port Merrick in previous Insider builds. While the set is clearly inspired by Pendragon's ship, the Black Witch, it isn't a direct recreation. You spelled Black Witch wrong. The decision has been made for the set to release in the Pirate Emporium, and while we recognize and understand the community's perspective on that decision, at this stage, feedback that helps us refine the set, such as any bugs or issues you notice, is especially helpful for us as we move forward. This thread has so much negative reaction, and most of it was deleted because it's either positive or letting someone know something's broken, but if you disagree with something, they don't want to see it. They do not want to see it. They will just say, no, we're going ahead with the change, or we're doing this regardless, whatever. What do you mean it's not direct recreation? There is an original ship set, right? Probably not. Also, posting stuff a week before release and saying there is no time for feedback to result in change makes the whole concept of it useless. Yes. What up, Smig? Yeah. They're pretty much one of the players to make things for them. Well, the feeling is with Insider is that they aren't testing anything themselves in-house, and it's all being done on Insider now. Like, so much stuff that gets released in Insider now is so incomplete on its first test, where it's just like, are you even like doing anything, or are you just programming it and going, this should work, and then telling us to look at it? You know, like this, well, fuck you. Well, then fuck you. I want more money losers. Look, to be fair, they have flipped on the Dark Skies curse. They said, we're not adding this because you said don't add anything to the don't add curses to the Emporium, so we're not adding it because you just won't pay for it. Allegedly, that is coming to the black market for in-game currency, not ancient coins. So if that does end up actually appearing in there, that's really good. That's really good. Drew is the GOAT. We'll see. Drew looks like a Viking. You won't pay for it? Heh? Yeah. We only want feedback. We want feedback only if it involves you doing QA for us. Leave the Emporium alone, please. That's how it feels, and that's crazy. Timeline of this direct is so fucked. It's recorded so early and was meant to release mid-season. Oh. I imagine the ship set Emporium is probably something they would release if Pendragon won. They would add Flameheart shit to Emporium instead, even though they would still revive him. I don't know. That curse is 2,500. Those might be placeholder numbers, though. Curse being black market is dumb to me. Should have left it for doing all the comms. It should be com-related. When are we getting the Widow's Curse is the other question.
Think as well, just from a game health perspective, if we step back from features, we're getting so many more eyes on the build. Every single Insider's build goes through every couple of weeks. We're getting a better understanding of where the state of the game is at any one point. So as we're approaching releases now, we're seeing bugs coming in from Insiders at a much more, louder level, and we're able to make sure that we're applying resource and teams towards the right areas. So I think it's also helped signal like areas where we need to be improving. Before, we were clearly getting signals, but it was hard to find them. But whereas this
Why was it hard to find them? All you have to do is look at the fucking threads. Every Insider update has like 4 threads. Just go through them. You only get like 20 replies per thread. Apparently Pendragon says from a different game. Yeah, it's from a game called Black Witch, as well as there was another couple games before that. It was pre-recorded, but only on rewatch was the full consequences of that become clear. They pat themselves on the back for the great Hourglass changes that haven't even hit live build yet. Yeah, hard to find what? I think he's implying it was hard to find the relevant feedback. when I've always looked at the insider forums, I've never had trouble finding shit. There was bugs I knew that were making it into the live build that I was excited about, but I couldn't talk about because of insider NDA, like the face disappearing with masks bug. And like I saw it reported on Insider, they didn't care. Remember Drew said they don't know how to use it? He did say that. That is a bingo square, patting themselves on the back. That is true. That is true. Yeah. Where is that? Patting themselves on the back. Oh, right in the corner. Nice. We can't find feedback if the CM just deletes feedback. Yes. It's hard to find because they deleted it, make it out like it was an issue. Yep. I think they're looking for feedback that matches what we're looking for, that we didn't say things we agree with. Pat themselves on the back for the harmful colors and harsh sounds.
Amplifies it, we see it much louder. So I think we're seeing like feature improvements, but we're also seeing game health stuff coming through this change to the NDA.
And especially after insider tests now, seeing that dialogue happening on social media, ongoing, just seeing that
Mike
pulse
loves
check
Twitter.
on the state of features, just seeing that organic conversation has been really good.
And just continuing with like some of the things that have gone really well.
Oh, you can't say that. Continuing like some of the things that have gone really well. I'm sorry, but as much as you are listening in Insider, you're still not listening in Insider. You can't pretend it's going very well. There's threads. The thread I just showed, for example, is not an example of stuff going really well. Razer laptop, does that count as expensive water? Oh, I didn't even look at the water. Bro cut off mic before he went on his own crud rant. Crud has in poop. Playing SOD on Steam is old son. Wait, what? Playing SOD on Steam is so old. Playing SOD on Marvel Rivals crud? That's not even a fucking sentence. I'll start playing SOD on Marvel. I shouldn't have read that. That was a waste of time. Going really well. Meanwhile, this was recorded lightly before they even announced they scrapped the whole fucking season. Yeah. Going so well they can afford to make safer seas for it. Yeah, word soup. Yeah, it just doesn't, I don't know. Ain't no way you're wearing that shirt again. I got to, it's the SOT Rant shirt. You know, I didn't upload a video with the SOT Rant, the skull set on. Look at this. Look at this. We've got skulls on the cheeks. We've got skulls on the shoulders. I'm fucking skulled out, bro. I got the fucking treasure chest. Look, the treasure chest necklace. Look at this. What's in there, you wonder? Fucking more skulls. More skulls. Good old word soup. Yep. That's so badass. That shirt is tough. Got that fancy Chinese stretch. This is a fucking $22 Temu fit I'm wearing right now.
And we've had things like the Festival of Giving and the community weekends. How did they go, Christina?
Festival of Giving was amazing. We had new tech, which
Festival of Giving was amazing. Remember how there was that Russian chick who streamed herself in the SOT category with like a couple thousand viewers, and there was like you had to gift subs to get shit, and she did not once actually play the game SOT, and Twitch didn't even care. Love the Festival of Giving. That was really cool when they did that, when like, you know, nothing was done about that at all. That's not a rare problem though. That's not a SOT problem. That's a Twitch problem. And I was busy in New York fucking smelling the most disgusting air I've ever smelt. Yeah, Crud wasn't here, so it says, hey, I left on a stream for y'all. No, it wasn't the Mezdo reward drive we couldn't do because there wasn't enough players. Oh yeah. Festival of giving money to a streamer not playing the game. Yeah, that one was on Twitch. New tech. So the tech was, as they're saying here, use the emote and you could give people rewards, which was cool. That was cool. Doing that with Sponge was really fun. You know, it just sucked, unfortunately, that like 99% of SOT partners didn't want to fucking jump on. So, you know, New York catching strays. The emote bugged out so much. Dude, remember how it didn't work at all at the start?
is where, you know, you emote, you give something, and it was amazing to see how far those cosmetics traveled and how much fun people were having with them.
We've
had a couple of community weekends which have gone really well.
We've had a couple of community weekends. We have like fucking 16 this year. They don't mean anything anymore. Like, we just had a community weekend, right? That just ended last night. What did we have 4 weeks ago? Another community weekend before that. Like, what are we doing? It's just too many. And then when we don't have a community weekend, we have Golden Glory. And it's just like, what, do we need all this? Like, I know it brings players and stuff, and it's good for the players who need gold and stuff, don't get me wrong. But like, if you're doing it this often, it's kind of like, we'll just up the fucking permanent, like, multiplier.
Had loads and loads of players pile in and share really amazing stories from those weekends.
The stories.
And then we're doing things at the minute. We're fundraising for Game Blast. We, I think, are right now, at time of recording, we've just raised over £80,000 for the folks at Special Effect, which is amazing. So community good vibes.
That's a random topic.
They're really high. And while we're not perfect, we are making those changes
We've already got Ramble.
To how we kind of approach development of the game. It does.
Yeah,
I really hope that our players are starting to feel that we are making meaningful changes in terms of how we're developing Sea of Thieves.
So I just want to pick up on
I don't think that's a chair lady ramble yet.
There. You're saying we're listening to the feedback.
You're saying we're listening to the feedback, which is interesting because we ain't.
And we have lots of stuff going on the game health side of the game. What's going on?
Why did they take away the boosted chance of agent scaling on community weekend? That was because that community weekend that they did that. So if anyone remembers that, they did a community weekend where they boosted the ancient skelly chance once we hit the level 5 emissary thing. And they literally lost so much money from ancient coins on that. Because they then did it again, but at a much reduced rate because they were like, yeah, we're capping it. And it was literally because they lost too much hypothetical money they would have earned from the ancient coins. Genuinely, it was they were losing money, even though technically, here's the thing, right? The money I get from an ancient skeleton is money I wasn't going to spend anyway. You aren't losing money by me getting that. Me buying a premium cosmetic for your premium currency isn't you losing money because I got that currency for free. Because I just wouldn't have done it if I didn't get that money for free. Like, and that's how I think a majority of people operate. Like, it's, you know, like, they have to do a Scarab community weekend. They should listen to feedback. We want to listen to, and nothing else. Would have been. You thought that would have. Surely that would have ran that through the devs. Okay, I can read English. People just aren't typing it. But yeah, opportunity. It's just like it's like potential money you might have gotten, but probably not.
On there. True.
Yeah, I think it's the game health stuff flies under the radar.
Game health. Wait, was there a thing here for game health, or is that already fucking covered? Whatever.
A little bit. It's not the biggest, flashiest set of changes, and sometimes they're not going to make
game
trailers.
Files.
But we've made some massive changes since the last community direct in July. Like,
yo,
we're sitting in a game now
brother.
with increased field of view.
Wow.
We've got improved weapon switching.
Wow.
There's improvements to cross-region matchmaking in Hourglass.
Wow.
There's a range.
All really good things. Don't get me wrong. Beautiful things that they've added. Beautiful things. The best things they've ever added. Way too late though, unfortunately. You should have given us FOV and Quick Swap 3-4 years ago. Yeah, it should have been here 200 years ago. Exactly. It's like, it's weird, right? Because this is the thing that like certain Twitter individuals will say, you guys will complain even if they give you a gift. Yes, they gave us something good, but we shouldn't have even had to have begged for it for years. It should have just been inherent that you realized, oh, that's what the community wants. Like them saying, we've been listening to the community and we're doing what the community wants. It's like, yeah, but it's way too late. Like, yeah, should have been there 8 years ago. Hourglass added 4 years ago. Yeah, like, it just doesn't make sense to like get so, like, you're welcome about something that, like, you should have given us so long ago. They just gave us Quick Swap back to us and people are saying it's a gift. Yeah, no, like, I said this is what I was saying when they announced that. And I was saying, by the way, guys, them giving us Quick Swap isn't them giving us a gift. It's them fixing something that they took away from us and broke. Although ever explicitly mentioned weapon switching got improved, it did. And there's still that one guy in the third video complained you both was cheating your swap speeds. I mean, not everyone knows every update of the game, to be fair. There's still people who think when you red sea your loot that it's gone forever. It's been fucking 4 years since they changed the Red Sea. In fact, people who watch this might not even know. When you Red Sea your loot, it now floats back in and birds appear. Like, grab a Reaper's chest and Red Sea your boat to test it. Cough, cough, summit.
Of improvements where we've just gone down to the core experience and said, there's something here that we need to go and improve.
That we should have improved ages ago. Red Sea makes birds? Yep. Yeah, people complain about swapping even when it was removed. They just don't know. Yeah, like, no matter what, especially with SOT, there's people who will think something is a cheat even if there's no way to do it. I understand that obviously there are a lot of cheats that fucking have been used over the years in this game, so anything could be a cheat. But there are people who you can kill with a sword and they'll be like, that is a cheat. And it's just like, what? Oh yeah, nix. It's like ordering something at a restaurant, the waiter only gives it to you after 4 hours and said, you're welcome, by the way. Yeah. Is it over for SOT? I don't know, we'll see. Like boat hacks. Merm shot. Remember Merm Shot? That video of the guy accusing someone of using Merm Shot? Where he's like, yeah, you shot from your mermaid. It's like, what the fuck are you... like, what? What do you think? Why would anyone... First, why would that be a thing? Second, what the fuck? You killed me, you cheated. Yeah, like, it happens.
And in the past, we've kind of talked openly that we haven't had space.
What was the infinite health hack thing someone said? Yeah. Boat hacks reminds me when I got accused of air blasting a projectile too good in TF2. Nice.
And time to go back to old experiences and to bring them up to ship shape.
Ship
But there's some
shape.
great experiences there where I've kind of just talked about those features where we've gone back. And that's just on the features side of things. There's also long-standing bug fixes that over the last 6 months we've addressed, like water desync on console is no longer a thing, for example. So
I'm
I think
getting rid of
we've
trying to show they
slowly but
care.
surely working through these game health issues.
And
yeah,
opportunities.
I wish they did get some more airtime, but I think
Isn't water desync back? Yeah, water desync never left. Water desync's so fucked at the moment, Mixel. I don't know if you noticed this. Since the season dropped, if you crash into loot in the water, it floats and like it floats above the water and spins. Or if you're sailing fast enough and you drop loot, it'll just fly. Like water desync is so in the game right now. It is a new type of water desync. The cheats in this game are legit unlike anything I've ever seen. It's like the cheat developers have full access to res dev tools. Yeah. It's a firework. What the hell? Yeah. Did he say opportunity again? Yep. Been so locked on, I might be imagining it. Maybe. I did just say it. What up, Avagel? It's like smacking it with your boat turns into it. Yeah, no, like literally drop loot or sink someone and then drive into their loot and watch what happens. It just goes fucking ape shit. And it's just like, that's brand new. Like loot dispersing in the water after being hit pretty far was always a bug. But now like it actually changes the physics of it. I think he means a layer of water above the actual water. Not sure why he's calling it desync. Yeah. It's probably what he means. I'm good, Pilot. How are you?
I even, in preparation for this, looked back through the last set of patch notes.
Whoa.
Kind of see real clear game health improvements, whether it's features or whether it's key bug
No, they didn't,
fixes.
Carver.
And that was a real commitment from us last time to say, hey, this is a renewed investment in game health. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about that.
And on that point, there's fixes to the core experience as well as part of game health. So we've got our first set of improvements to just general population of how often it feels like you're coming across those other players and having those encounters. We've got a set of changes coming out there. We're going to be rolling out more changes and assessing it live over time. But we're really hoping that that feel of the seas feeling more alive is something that people can meaningfully see and feel by the time they see this video.
Okay. So they made changes recently. When you dive to a server, you will end up closer to boats and you will get server merged more often. I mean, you guys have been watching Theb and I diving nonstop and sometimes it feels that, but a lot of the time we end up in a completely empty area with no boats around us. So like, I don't know. Have I missed anything, boss man? Not really, Boogs. Just the usual. They never fucking fixed the harpoon off cannon bug, by the way. Amazing. Big ups, streamer. What up, Billy? Yeah, no. And this might just be a me problem, but as much as the seas might feel alive, everyone who plays still runs. So, like, and that has nothing to do with this. That's, whatever. But it's just like, it sucks, dude. Like, you need to drop Xbox One support so you can increase the server size so there can be more people in servers. Hey, Craig, just want to let you know I'm fairly certain there's someone on Discord impersonating you and attempting to scam people. I've been attempting to distract them for more info, but I want to let you know what's going on. What Discord are they in? What's their username? My Discord username is Crudmaster. That's the only Discord I've ever used. I saw the Theb run video. It's over, pal. Oh, it's runners and hourglass fights. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. So obviously the hourglass update has been really, really good, but now 90% of servers are like 3 hourglass fights. So it's like, there's no boats that like I used to be against the idea of separate servers for Hourglass, but now I genuinely think it's necessary. Unless they can drop Xbox One support so they can increase the amount of ships per server, we now have potential servers where fucking 4 out of 6 boats are doing Hourglass. And that's crazy. It's crud.master added me randomly. I think it's attempt to sell viewers or followers or whatever. Okay. Are they in any mutual Discords? Like, are they in like the Sea of Thieves Discord or something? People also run Hourglass for hours even with a small ring. Yep. The idea to NAHG, that shit made me hate HG. The changes made that fight abysmal. Damn. Oh, there's no boats to fight? Yeah, there's no boats. But saying Hourglass needs its own servers? It does. It's a crime they still sell that game on Xbox One. I don't understand why they do. I've seen Mike justify it and I just don't agree. I think that's stupid.
Coming across other players in the shared world is the heart of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I mean, separate to any people.
Oh, look, there's the director of the game saying that. That's good because every single encounter we have is people running. You're playing the game that's all about social interaction and sandbox stuff, and literally 90% of encounters are people running away. And people say, oh, we'll go play Hourglass. No, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for organic, interesting interactions, not forced. Both boats really want to fight. I want to get up to shenanigans. I don't want to just have to be fucking locked in the trenches. 90+% of people are running. Okay, thank you, Conan. Thank you. It's 10,000% worse now. Yeah, like everyone just runs now, and it's crazy. Even Hourglass, half the shit is runs. Well, that as well. Like people who say, like, oh, if you want to fight, go play Hourglass. Like, why? No. Yeah, High Seas is called High Seas for a reason. And like there's the runners, right, which is the majority of players. Then there's the occasional tall tailer who doesn't want to fight. It's just like, all right, so if you want to do tall tail, just do it in safer seas so it's better for everyone, right? Like less wasted slots in the server, plus you're not going to have someone trying to sink you. Because I feel bad if I find a tall tailer and like, oh, please don't sink me. It's like, what is the benefit of you doing this tall tail in high seas? You know, thank you for that, Conan. Thank you. And then like fucking even like people doing shrines and like what's the other word? What's the other thing they are? Treasuries? It's like just the emissary bonus doesn't matter. You only really need to do those for like commendations. Game lets you make a story, but good luck getting one to run long enough to create one. I mean, that's why a majority of mine and Theb's content at the moment is chasing, sinking, and the person yells at us, because that's the average player. It's not like you know, we're cherry picking. Just did a for fun bothered because Hourglass take them. So, well, that's the other thing as well, right? Like, you can just do foddered stacks if you want, because 90% of the time there's no boats that want to fight adventure boats. They want to get their streak, which they're allowed to do. But the game isn't made for both of those things to work anymore, unless you drop Xbox One support so you can increase the size of the servers. So many server health issues start after shrines and treasuries. I mean, that led to Arena getting removed. Fortunately, it's been like that for the last 2 years. So yeah, but Mixel, it's like so bad now. Like genuinely, like I said, 90% of every interaction now is just chasing. Everyone runs. You don't have to have any emissary up. They will have Reaper up sometimes, no matter what. People don't want to not even fight. They don't even want to interact. And it's just like, just go play a different game that's more like appealing. Since Hourglass update, everyone in the Grandma have been playing it, so no one's on high seas. Yeah. Imagining an 8-ship fight on a server makes me wet. Yeah, like, it would just work so good. Game's all about player interactions. Most people are scared to talk to each other. Yeah. And if they are, okay. Play on the servers that don't have player interaction then. Like, it's win-win. If that crowd do what Minecraft did ages ago, make a legacy slot for Xbox One. That's what I've said they should do. I'm not saying get rid of Xbox One. I'm saying make it its own thing without any updates, just maintenance, and then make enhanced edition for everything else. I think most people forget Reaper PvP is focus faction. It's faction where you can sell loot or loot at one location. Yeah. People just don't care anymore. They're like whenever we sink someone and someone goes, why are you sinking me? And they have loot. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a pirate. You have loot. I'm a Reaper. You have an emissary. You have supplies. Like, there's all these reasons, but I don't have to provide a single one of them because it's like, it doesn't matter. I'm just glad to hope the day's going well. Cheers, it is. If Microsoft has them in a contract to force them keeping Xbox One support, I don't think they would. They don't sell that console anymore. Why would they? They should create world events to require other boats to work together rather than fighting. Yeah, I think anything that like brings people together to do it and then afterwards you slug it out would be really good. That's what, when I started the game, that's what I was told world events were. It was supposed to be like a whole server joins up to take down a common enemy and then like, whoa, now we're going to kill each other because we want the loot. Nah. Maybe only keep sea forts and treasuries as raid voyages? Maybe. Why are you sinking me? I'm playing Sea of Thieves, my response. Yeah, but like, you don't even need to give that response. It's like, I'm doing the thing that the game's about. Like, that's just, yeah. If you want a chill boat game, they should go play like a single player fishing game. Yeah, it's weird to me that this is like people's comfort game and they find nothing but discomfort in it. GMU should have a world event that's actually difficult. They won't. But Hourglass in standalone mode like Arena, make it free to play. Keep adventures separate as a part of a paid version. So, yep. Cannonballs are display only. Yeah. That was the fodder when it first came out. Mm-hmm. What, Yoshi? You're being the pirate you want to be? Yeah, it's like, sorry, but I'm like, there's no rules stopping me from just sinking a boat. And if you're afraid of that, that's okay. You can opt out of being sank by just not being in the this is where you can get sank thing. The thing that has the warning that says, hey, you might get sank. When you vote up an emissary, it says, hey, you might get targeted. If you're ignoring that, that's on you. And also, if you don't have an emissary up and you've just got supplies, you've got supplies. Oh, weird, Yoshi. Common games should make people comfortable, like the Godi Procopia. Everyone go play it now. Exactly. Making Hourglass free would be good for everything else, but not Hourglass because it'd be even easier for cheaters. Yeah, I don't think I'd want it to be free. Actual difficult world event would require at least 3 ship alliance would be incredible and would actually give people a reason to form alliance in high seas adventures. The only downside would be if people don't want to do it and the event's just sitting there. They tune into a rant. Yes, you did, gay boy kisser. What if you don't have anything, even supplies? Well, then I'm doing you a favor by sinking you so you can get a new boat that has that. What is the wake thing Theb talks about? So a wake is a long suggested thing. Basically, in like racing games, there's things called slipstreams where when you're behind another car, you get a speed boost. A wake is behind a boat in real life. The wave, there's like, like a V shape coming out the back of the boat in the waves. So the waves behind the boat directly are like smooth. So to make it funner and actually have some kind of tech to chasing people, being behind people would speed you up. Because there's no actual skill in running or chasing other than waiting for someone to make a mistake. This would add a bit of skill to it. They've not streamed today. He'll be on later when drops are on. The thing you can waterboard with, yeah, like that's what a wake is. Like it's wakeboarding, for example. S tier idea, crud. It just kind of makes sense, right? Like obviously it would have a certain distance, so you can't just chase someone across the map. You're like 5 squares away or anything. Not like that, but like if you're close enough, you should be able to catch up because the game incentivizes you to run because you can do it endlessly and people will eventually give up. If you're in the same boat as the other person and you just are both catching wind, never will they ever catch up to you until you make a mistake. Like, that's the only upside to the storm existing is sometimes it lets you catch up to someone if they go into the storm before you. Less water friction for the boat chasing the runner means go fast? Yeah. Went to wake once, rip home slice, damn. Good example is Mario Kart when you're behind someone that calls that slipstream, the same thing. Yeah, same as Kirby Air Riders. Cheers will absolutely be able to have the wake boost permanently for the first few weeks. Who cares? Keeping in mind similar level of skill, there can be 2 types of player in an open world fight, the no loot ship and the loot PvE ship. There is no benefit for PvE players with loot to fight, so they just run. There needs to be a better reason to fight, lol. Yes. Instead of just the risk of losing your loot, otherwise people always run, especially when they know that if they somehow win, the PvP will be back. Yes. So that's the other part of this discussion is there's no reason to actually want to fight someone other than defending loot. And that's kind of shit, right? Like, loot should go up in value based on interactions if you get in a fight with someone. Even if you get in a fight with, say, a skelly ship, there should be, similar to the Hourglass faction stash and just the Hourglass in general, that kind of mechanic in the actual game would be way better because it'd be like, all right, well, I've done this shitty gold hoarder voyage. I want to get higher loot value before I turn this in. I'm going to go sink people. That would make people with loot go find people to sink them. And yeah, what if I miss? What did I miss? Nothing. Ray could say, fuck it, make a harpoon of rage. Or they could just say it's an original idea, call it Shroud Stream or something. No, exactly, yeah. You should be able to shoot people's sails with your gun so it tears them apart and they lose speed. They should make it so, when you demast like one of the masts on a galleon or a brig, that there's a massive amount of speed loss. More hands that touch it that aren't allied, more value. Yeah. Make the risk have a real role. Yeah, literally. And I understand that there is none of that risk at the moment. Like, there's no reason to do that, but I want there to be. New item rope. Blood money, except Rare wouldn't be able to do that because they couldn't even code clipping into terrain out. Yeah. They got a logbook on every boat. Use that as value for the boat doing shit. Yeah, because the problem with the design of logbooks is the only way to get a good logbook is to sink someone who's been avoiding getting sunk for a long time. Like, the highest tier logbook, I think, is 8 hours? So you need to find someone who's been playing for 8 hours, who hasn't been sank in that 8 hours, and then you need to sink them. And then it's not even worth all that much. It's a flawed system because it just relies on the person you want to sink having already played for a long time. Just said that orb thing that upgrades when you kill stuff also lets dive with counter rage? Yes. Logbook should increase based on collected treasure? Yeah. 8 hours, that's a full-time job? Yeah. It's worth a couple $. If you're to scuttle, you need to gather enough wood to rebuild before you can sail again. Here's the thing, and this is a lot of the PvEs wouldn't like this. You shouldn't be able to sell to sovereigns if there's a boat nearby, unless they're in an alliance. If there's an emissary, even if it's not a reaper, if there's a boat nearby and you're trying to sell it sovereigns, I think personally they should say, whoa, nope, You can go sell to the you can go sell to the fucking trading companies. We're not handling that with that risky shit over there. That boat's gonna shoot at us. Within reason, of course, specific range, etc. Your merchandise too high? Yeah, exactly. Like, and that would be fitting with their character. They're like sneaky schemers. Like, yeah, make it so they're like, whoa, get him out of here. And then, you've harpooned all the loot to sovereigns. You got to say, like, wait, I can't sell. Oh, fuck, there's a boat nearby. Quick, back on the boat. Let's go shoot at him. And that also prevents people from shooting over and selling your loot. Like, I think that would be good. Sovereigns makes everything pointless. Yeah, like, I love sovereigns. Don't get me wrong. Like, I would not have half the fucking commendations I have if it wasn't for sovereigns. If I had to walk loot every time I had to sell it, oh my God. Someone freaks out and hides, yeah. An extreme way to force people to fight over loot would be to only allow loot to be sold when no Reaper is nearby, so you have to sink it first, similar to Burning Blade. Well, yeah, similar to that. I think it should be any boat, though, not even just Reaper. I think it should be any boat, because they should be sneaky about it. Like, that would be more in tune with the smuggler stuff, if you think about it. Sovereigns wouldn't want to damage the merchandise under fire, it makes sense. Yeah, you could easily lure it in. I said a long time ago, for example, when the Burning Blade swim by an outpost, all shops should get closed. You can't sell anything. It's got to be like half a square away from sovereigns. Yeah, I'll be honest. I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion in the stream. As someone who takes 9 out of 10 fights, I'm not willing to fight a bigger, sweatier boats as much anymore. I play sloop. If I played on Galleon and you run from me, I have no issue with that. Don't get me wrong. If I'm on a bigger boat and you run, I wouldn't even, if you don't want to fight me on a big boat, that's fine. I'm majority, that's not even a word. The majority of the time I'm on a sloop. I'm not willing to fight big sweaty boats as much anymore. Past years, smaller screws have gotten shit on by, did you say cruise? Smaller crews have gotten shit on so much by the removal of one blunder a year. The thoughts to hit the skate, you can still climb trough, blunder with 0 knockback, just endless pressure. No, I agree. The blunder nerf was dog shit. But yeah, no. If you don't want to fight a bigger boat, I would never tell you have to. That's a fake Discord noise. I'm going to talk over it so people don't think it's real. Fuck you, Kelp. Yeah, no, that's fine. Run from a bigger boat if you want. That's completely fine. It's when it's even-sized boats. And it's also when they haven't done a skill check on us. If someone recognizes my username and they run, I understand that. But if, it doesn't seem like they do, and they just run for the sake of another boat's nearby, and they haven't even checked if we even know what we're doing, I think the new player experience in SOD at the moment is a lot of swabbies, new players, running from other swabbies who don't even know what's going on. You've got curious people who want to introduce themselves to people in the game to be like, hello, I'm new to this game. And then you've got the same people, but they're like, oh, fuck, a boat's chasing us. I think there's more running from people who don't even know what the game's about than you'd think. Shouldn't stop you from selling. It's just the players though near boarding weapon, which it was not. I just read 2 fucking different comments at the same time. It shouldn't stop you from selling if it's just the players though near sovereigns, for example. Yeah, the boat needs to be sank. They got the blunder got reworked and became a definitive anti-boarding weapon, which it was not previously. Fucking terrible, dude. Just joining, have they missed the mark? Not yet. So on the bingo card right now, they have mentioned opportunities. They've tried to show they care. Mike has rambled. The brown shirt guy was introduced. They talked about a random topic. Insiders was mentioned. They've patted themselves on the back and random nonsense has been happening. But they haven't said they've missed the mark yet. That's basically half the Arc matches I've had too. I don't even want to talk about the Arc Raiders situation, man. Oh my God. But imagine me and Skater Crud. Well, that's the thing, Wiz. If I'm on, especially if I'm solo and you're running from me, it's like, bro, you don't even know how just genuinely shit I am. Like, I do not want to put in effort. Ernest in prison, yeah. Insiders mentioned, first time in Rare HQ in forever. Well, I've only ran one time in the past 2 seasons. It was because it was a comp brig that my friend knew. We were sloop. Yeah, and that's understandable, right? Like, you are running from a predator as prey. That's normal. It's not fucking, oh, I don't know what that boat is. I'm out. All right, back to the video. Wait, hang on. I actually had a discussion with my older sister about SOT. She defends Rare because game dev is hard and... game dev is hard, guys. And we, as in I and her, don't know how game dev works. Game dev is hard. That's all I'll say about that.
Pieces of content. The heart of the game is you and your crew interacting with other people out there in the world. And it's been...
He's saying the truth. He's speaking the truth. Look at that face. That's a man. That's the face of a man who's telling the fucking truth, dude. He's telling the truth, and so many people don't want to believe that. The game, the heart of the game is about interaction. If you are denying interactions 100% of your playtime, you aren't playing the game.
Illuminating to see where we've had this issue. And the tweaks that we made so far seem to be having a huge improvement to people's encounters on the wave. So really good stuff.
Yeah, I was just going to
Beautiful.
say, we've made some changes under the hood that we've not told people about to see kind of what the response is from a kind of a
That's really smart. Make changes without telling us and, testing them. Am I going to interact with that sloop over there? Whoops, hourglass fight. Well, that's the other part, right? The other part is, let's go interact. Oh, it's an hourglass fight. At least you can usually tell when it's an hourglass fight.
telemetry in a kind of community perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And we turned things on. We made a couple of changes, and within probably a day or two, a few partners messaged us being like, what have you done? So
That's leaking partner information. That's an NDA. You're getting fired.
I think if you think about how meaningful that might feel, especially to those people who are playing a lot, to see that frequency of encounter just shoot up.
NDA breach.
I'm really excited about the changes we have to come. It's a really, really cool part of the game experience, and we've got some changes coming that hopefully means you bump into more people more.
Listening to partners, are we? So they don't listen to partners? Didn't even think of that. Yeah. Hi there, Christine. Please don't listen to the partner suggestions. There's a bunch of partners I'm friends with. I like them, even ones that people wouldn't think I'm friends with. Don't listen to most of those people though. Do not listen to most of those people. They are not at all like the arbiters of this game. Instead of partners, they could listen to insiders. Yeah, like do not listen to those people. Too many of them have had too bad suggestions, and I prefer to make it more worthwhile to play Safe for Seas so the people who have no intention to interact with other players have somewhere to go. I mean, with Safe for Seas fleets, if they're still doing that, that's for them.
Often.
So, Christina, we had the big...
They need to listen to the stream team. Dude, they need to listen to that... what was his name? It was like the Night Goblin or some shit. The guy who got kicked out of the stream team and just posts endless fucking like fascist content on Twitter. Yeah, they should listen to that guy. The guy who just like replies to every fucking UK tweet about immigration, being like, "Yeah, kill him." And it's just like, so how did you handpick this guy to be on the team if you didn't check that he wasn't like a crazy fucking conservative, bruh? Who? Yeah, not many people know about that guy. He wasn't in the stream team for very long because he got kicked off of it. I think, what did he do? He got mad at Nessie one. Remember when Nessie made a tweet making fun of the stream team's over the top requirements for their giveaways? This guy in response said that Nessie is like a dog shit content creator and stuff, which is true. And like he was attacking Nessie on a personal level, and it's like, dude, I'm making a fucking joke. Anyway, yeah, that guy. His name was like the Night Goblin or something like that. Yeah, like randomly we were looking at his Twitter, and it turns out he got kicked out of the stream team because he was just posting the most like hateful fucking content. And it's just like, Becky and Jotaro said on their Blue Skies, we handpicked these people. They're the class of 2025. They're all good eggs. And there's been like 15 people in that stream team that don't even know what the fuck a stream is, let alone how to act online. Isn't he still in the stream team directory? I don't fucking know. I didn't look at that. Yeah. They like the cut of his jib? Yeah, maybe.
lesson out there, and obviously we take those results, and a bunch of them are around game health that we saw back in there, but some of that was around like toxicity, right?
Yeah, and
Toxicity mentioned, that's on the bingo card. That's on the bingo card. They just saw us British around with it. Yeah.
that's right. And so one of the first big listens we did, that was the kind of the real surprise to a lot of us, is how kind of game health, the perception of game health is kind of twofold, right? It's kind of technical experience, but then it's also kind of your experience
close
with
to a
other
bingo.
players. And it was really surprising to us how much that impacted people's perceptions of game health. So off the back of that, we did an additional toxicity
Yeah, they're
survey
talking about it again,
where
Denny.
we surveyed people on kind of what they perceive to be toxic.
I do, like, I've spoken about this in a couple rants now. I do like that they asked what people's perceptions of toxicity were, because obviously it's completely subjective. But I didn't like that some of the things they put there would be like leading statements, like, oh, role play abuse, someone trying to board my boat. Like, you're putting that in people's heads, like, yeah, that is toxic when someone tries to board my boat. Yeah, no, the fact you have to explain this, yeah. Didn't they send that to people selectively? To begin with, yes, microwave, and then they got called out, and then they sent it to everyone, even though so many of the people were just like, yeah, I've been opted into these emails, why didn't you send it? And then like Jotaro or something was like, oh, it was due to the AWS not working. It's like, So it only sent emails to 1% of the people opted in? Interesting. Very interesting. As a mark band hitter, was their aim untrue? We'll see. Oh, honestly, Sot needs to listen to people, only people with blue hat. I don't even know why other people try and contribute. They obviously know nothing. Exactly. Blue hat army, rise up.
We listed loads of things, some of which we thought were toxic, some of them we are kind of legitimate gameplay experiences, but we wanted to see what people thought.
No, they use Azure for the game, but AWS apparently affected the emails going out, which, no, just lying about that. It gets better. They said dumping loot we consider toxic. Yeah.
Of them. And we've gone away, and off the back of that, we formed kind of an internal toxicity strike force.
What the fuck is an internal toxicity strike force? What is this, bully hunters? What the fuck is an internal toxicity strike force? They're going to look at reports that say toxic interaction. This guy showed up and he pretended he joined my alliance, but then he shot cannons at me. This guy boarded me. That's toxic. Ban him. Yeah, what kind of team and money allocation? Dude, if you're on the internal toxicity strike force, let's just say that's the best thing you can have on your resume. Why do I say strike force? Like, what the fuck is a strike force for anything in a video game? Dude, if only I still had my Marvel Strike Force sponsor right now. It's already over though. It only lasts a month. But it feels like they should come out and define what rare counts as toxic, but probably count something done. Yep. So a lot of toxicity comes from, I feel, people aren't informed in the advertising of the game that you can be stolen from. A lot of marketing shares the treasure chests and adventures and mostly showcases PvP in the Hourglass context. And so swabbies get scared away from other ships that show up and play like pirates? Yes. That's a problem. We've said this for years. The game does not advertise the fact that it's a PvP game. And so people just shit the bed as soon as you shoot at them. And they act like that you've done this evil deed to them. British Strike Force, yeah. What up, Dexter? Acting like they're on the level of Valve support. Yeah, Nessie uploaded 50 seconds ago. We will not be watching Nessie videos. Nice, Cliff. Merry Crudmas, yeah. If I was hyped for the internal toxicity strike force, I'd ban Crud because he's evil and rotten. That's, yeah. I'm a sour, evil bastard. What is an internal toxicity strike force? Why did you invent it? What is it going to achieve? What are the fake stats we're getting in 6 months?
For want of a better phrase, where we're kind of taking a really holistic, multidisciplinary approach to trying to make the game a better experience for everyone involved. So lots of things to dig into.
That'll make nothing a better experience for anyone. That's just nothing. Like, you've made a fucking pointless team, and it's so you can say, we care about toxicity. Also, Toxicity Strike Force, what are they going to do? Inject me with an antidote? My Pokemon is poison, bro. Help. Hey, crowd, what slop are we watching? This is like Roblox news. Strike Force translation, a bunch of no-brain idiots going to ban everyone. No, nothing will come from this because there's nothing that could come from this. What the fuck is the result? What are the KPIs for the internal Toxicity Strike Force? It's like, yeah, today we saw a couple reports and, yep, we thought they were toxic. So we gave them a 1-day ban. Nothing of value, nothing.
And hopefully lots of things to share over future podcasts and community directs and updates, etc.
I love those.
But I think one of the key things is we have a set of behaviors where we kind of acknowledge there is kind of a toxic vibe to that encounter.
Yeah, that should only be slurs and cheating and nothing else. That should only be slurs and cheating. There might be one other thing I can't think of. The only type of encounter that could be considered toxic is something that is inarguably bad, which is saying slurs, using cheats. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Spawn camping isn't toxic. I know they believe it is, but it isn't. Yeah, you drop someone's anchors, GG, 1 week ban, stealing. Well, that's the problem, right? It's like the only enforceable toxicity there should be is things that are according to the rule, like the kind of, not the rules, but I guess, the pirate code, but like, just the vibes. High level harassment, but see, here's the problem. People are like, they came back 3 times. And it's like, that's not harassment, that's playing the game. Only toxic if you do it against a partner. The only thing they need is an unbiased judge for case-by-case toxicity reports. Yeah. Breathing someone's general direction isn't accurate. Yeah. Also, vibe. What are they doing? Saying KYS? Yeah, that's, I mean, I would put that on the same as slurs, Huddy. So like, when I say slurring, I mean like any kind of verbal harassment that's beyond obvious, like, joking trash talk. If I'm like, haha, gotcha, that's not toxic. If I say you're dog shit and it's not to a friend who gets it, that is obviously toxic. It needs to be things that are inarguably toxic, not just fucking, oh, well, yeah, they did keep saying they were going to join the alliance and then steal the loot, walk the plank ban. Yeah. It's super toxic when I get spawn camped. I know I've died 19 times in a row. I have the option to leave the game in the ferry, but it's not my fault. Bad game with toxic players. Going back to Fortnite Festival. That's a lie.
And there's other stuff like chasing another ship or dumping loot off the side of the board, which I think we would probably traditionally class as legitimate gameplay.
Oh, okay. Thank God. That was a stopper right there. Yeah, no. I was about to say, like, I swear to God, Ramble. Yeah, that's Chair Lady Ramble right there. That's what that is. What are we talking about right now? That's a Chair Lady Ramble. We are so fucking close to bingo. Why do they seem so disconnected? Because Rare devs and employers do not play their game. They do not play their game, and it used to be a joke, but now it's so clear that they just don't play the game. The things they add to the game are indicative of smart, like cool ideas without any understanding of how to do the implementation. When they add the harpoon gun, really cool idea. You can't get anywhere with it. It doesn't do anything. When you fucking miss a shot, you have to fully reload it, even though it should like suck back in. The blow dart. I'm sorry, but like it's a 4 different type of weapon fucking gun. There's no reason to use it over anything else. Smugglers. Doesn't make sense. Like, so many of these things. Sneaking, the entirety of the sneaking season, there's no use for any of it outside of disguises. Like, you did all these things, and it's just like, well, if you played the game, you'd understand that there's no actual, like, there's no space for those things that you've added. Like, if you had have played, you'd know, why would we add crouching when there's nothing to crouch under? You know? Why would we add crouching but not affect hitboxes for like movement, not for getting shot at? They probably play internally where their conditions meet their expectation, which does not happen in retail. Well, that's the thing, Disco. You got to think about this. They probably test it on their own internal shit as well, where there's no problems, and that's why so many problems come through. It's like, yeah, we're playing on a dev build test server where it doesn't have like other players from other regions or, you know, what up, Dre King? Like I said, the blowpipe was A tier. Hey guys, let's do the let's do a little sidebar here. Let's go have a look at how Lucky Sot's going since he stopped playing Sot. Okay, so what do we got? What's he up to now? So he seems to be saying, I asked Google Gemini AI to make me an image of Mario doing Mario things. How do you think it did on a scale from 1 to 10? What are we doing? Why did you stop making SOT content to pivot to Arc Raiders content and then pivot to Terraria content, and now you've pivoted to AI Nintendo slop? Like, what are you doing? Oh, he hasn't uploaded. Oh, it'll be shorts. That's why. Yeah, there we go. Also, I'm sorry. I like Mario Odyssey. It's like an 8-year-old game, bro. Yeah. Just like, what do you, yeah, Bing Bing Wahoo. Yeah, he must be so happy. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, you do you, bro. I'd say get that bag, but you make YouTube Shorts content, which doesn't generate, like, you need like 1 million views to get $1 from a YouTube short. So, like, keep making community posts about AI Mario.
Where the perception is that's toxic. So we've got a lot of work to do, whether it be kind of educational.
Got a lot of work to do. That counts. The team are working on. Holy shit, it's actually 8 years old. We're getting ancient. Yeah. What up, Monkey Troll Poo? I love Mario Odyssey. Get the fuck off at Lucky Sot. Yeah, at least it's not Terraria anymore on one of the best games ever. YouTube.
And kind of providing clarity and or making significant changes to the game. But so much value has come from those surveys. And we're kind of all really invigorated and energized to go dig in and make some changes there.
We've covered game health and we talked about toxicity, but I guess the survey also covers like another wide range of topics. Is there anything else we want to dive in on here today?
Yeah, so
dive in. Is that a reference to how everyone dives in to the server and then leaves and you never have to interact with them?
Not just the survey, but community feedback from quite a period of time actually is the perceived kind of cosmetics imbalance.
Got to lock in for this one. Okay, so we know from looking at the insider forums, every single month we get about 30 fucking Emporium cosmetics and 3 to 11 Outpost cosmetics. It has been nothing but reskins. We've got the Resolute ship sets that I believe are on the 10th one, and we've got the Arena team themed weapons and equipment, which we're on the final one now. People do rebut this and they say, "Oh, well, when the season launched, they dropped Scully cosmetics." Yeah, that's not the usual monthly update though. That's the season drop of content. That's also supposed to be big. That's when the most is supposed to be added. They have listened to this feedback in the following ways. They do not care. A couple years ago, I believe, someone claimed, I don't know if it was Becky Frost or someone on the Insider forums that works at Rare claimed that the team that works on the Emporium cosmetics and the Outpost cosmetics are different teams. Why? Why would they be? Why are they? Why is that? Fucking perceive, my brother in Christ, everyone sees it. Yeah, no, there's nothing to perceive. It's not a broad perception, it's a broad understanding. They are separate teams. Why are they separate teams? Why does one team have to do work and the other team just seems to fucking go into paint and hit fill on a new color? Stop adding cosmetics, go to Counter-Strike route, add a $2.50 USD paid Meg Voyage with the chance to the Shrouded? Yes. So what the fuck is the team working on the Outpost cosmetics doing? I don't know. Why does this company have 20 sub-teams? Why does this company have 4 different companies contracted for it at the moment? That's the other question. Like, I always forget the names of all the other companies that they have contracted, but like, why do you have that? Just proving one team does nothing, one pays way more than the other? I mean, well, technically one is making them the money, right? Emporium is where they make all of their money. But like, I've said this a million times. Sure, okay. Put effort into the Emporium, but no one's going to go into the Emporium to buy shit if they have no reason to play the game. What would give them a reason to play the game? New things to earn in the game where the only progression is earning things. If you give me a 3 fucking piece combo ship set that costs a combined 150k a month, it's like, okay, that's I log in, I buy that, I can log off. Like, you haven't done anything. What kind of drops? The Reigning Morningstar hat, gloves, and belt. Brand new drops. Reskin of the Rising Morningstar. They would make a lot more money if player retention was on the up. Yeah, player retention would be on the up if there was reasons to do things. Log off, yeah. Team and it's one guy from Fiverr working from home. If they put effort in the game, they make more money. It's just that simple. I'd buy more Emporium stuff if the cannons weren't gigantic and the wheel has a light that blinds me. That's the other thing. We were talking about this the other day. Every single cannon flare in the Emporium, save for 3, are completely unusable. The Cutthroat, the Spring Blossom, and the Stormfish, I think it's called, the lightning one. Those are the only usable cannon flares in the entire fucking Emporium. And there's a cannon flare for every single ship set in there. So there's like, what's that? There's like 60 ship sets, maybe 70 now. And then, yeah, the cannons are way too big. You should be able to, someone suggested, I think it was in my Discord the other day, someone suggested that you should be able to skin default cannons with designs from the sets, so it's less over the top and easy to use. But more Emporium stuff, I didn't fund the idea of Emporium being like the only way they can keep itself alive. Well, that's the other thing, right? Like, they spoke how they want to make a rotating Emporium in the other video, and it's just like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. But like, you shouldn't be rewarded for not making the game better. Like, making it easier for us to spend money on you, sure, whatever. But like, you shouldn't be rewarded with like, oh wow, the Emporium sales are way up if you aren't doing anything for the game. I'd buy usable Emporium cannons. Yep. Genuine reason to join the game is to close it. My friend put a flare on our ship the other night and didn't tell me, almost threw up. Dude, I like genuinely, if I join someone who has default flare on nowadays instead of Cutthroat, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Well, custom cannons would be wonderful. Whoever said that's an amazing person. Was it you? What about Hourglass the other day using the weird Plunder Pass Lotus Cannon flare? There's so many bad ones. Just let me change the color of the sailor sets. True.
So the kind of broad perception is that we are underserving our gold stores or our outpost stores.
Fact. Not a perception. It's a fact. That sound means it was a fact.
And kind of indexing too hard on Pirate Emporium.
Also a fact. 100% a fact. It is not up for debate. That's about to change, isn't it, Drew? I'm going to go take a piss before we find out what this is. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I missed it. What flare is considered better than Sail these days? The best overall cannon flare is Cutthroat Cannon Flare, which is the very first cannon flare in the Emporium. So go all the way to the last page of Pirate Ship, get that one. It's just the best cannon flare. There's also the Lightning one. There's also the Spring Blossom. Those have uses on specific, like, yeah, the electric one is good if you're on a galleon specifically, but overall the Cutthroat is just the best cannon flare. The reason why? It doesn't flashbang you and it disperses super quick. That's all there is to it. It just doesn't exist for very long. At an exchange rate between ancient coins and gold, they can't do that because of how many people... That if they wanted to do that, they'd literally have to do a gold reset first. They'd have to reset gold before they do that. Like using Beachcombers, that one dissipates so fast. I think Beachcombers is all right, yeah. There's a few that are all right. There's just a majority that are completely unusable, especially at nighttime. People go, oh, this one's fine, and then the game gets dark, and then it's like, oh, I can't fucking see anymore. So disappointing, the Kraken cannons from this Plunder Pass suck. The wheel and capstan are my favorite, but it's like I've Sauron looking at my crotch area. Yeah. Season 20 only consists of custom servers, boring weekend events, and Sodder's Doom. It's been too long without any noteworthy content. We'll see. I love Lightning, but I spent ages finding its peak performance, but largely it's the main three. Yeah. Some are load, some ones are horrible. A lot of people like the main lodestar one. I don't like it. The fucking constellation shit lingers for too long. Gold reset can only work if they change how wildly different the gold prices are. There will not be a gold reset. I can promise you that.
But that's about
Right,
to change.
What's about to change in regards to Emporium and Outpost disparity of items?
Yeah, I think we'll share some plans a little bit later on specifics.
Tell me now.
But I think it's very clear that for a long period of time, we've been underserving in the Outpost.
See, notice how she said perception and he said it's very clear. What's with that? Why did she say it's a perception and why is Drew saying it's been very clear? Because it has been very clear.
Stores, and I think that is about to change.
Yes, and I think just mainly just to acknowledge the fact that we've seen that feedback in the community for quite a while now, and I think it's a delicate balance.
Great
to
narrative.
be absolutely clear what the role of the Pirate Emporium is.
We know what the role is. I believe they said years ago that is the main way they make money, that's fine. No one thinks that's a bad thing. They think it's a bad thing, as I said earlier, because you don't do anything in-game that gets people to play the game to then spend money in the Emporium. Drew's a programmer, she's socials. She's used to using soft, gentle words. The role is to make bank? Yes. And that's fine. That's not a problem.
You know, we're here all of these years later because of the sales of the game, and what we sell in the Emporium goes towards funding the ongoing development of the game.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's an important part of achieving the dreams of our community and our dreams as the creators of the game. But there has been that imbalance, and that's something we're going to need to address. We need to look at it very carefully.
Once again, this is something they should have addressed so long ago. Where can I find the new drops? I'll show you. Hang on, let me bring them up. They won't be, it's either 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. my time. It's currently 6 p.m. I forget what the time is. Where's my DM about it? There we go. Lamau, we know what they meant by we will share more at a later date. Cough, cough, Everwild. Yeah, so let me check. Hang on. Time UTC. So right now it is 7 a.m. UTC, 7:19 a.m. UTC, and at 10 a.m. UTC, these drops are available. So there's still 3 hours till these drops are up. So it's 9 p.m. for me. But yeah, no, so these are brand new items to the game. It's the new reskin of the Rising Morningstar set, the Reigning Morningstar. It'll be the hat, the gloves, and the belt. There's the grayish white version of these gloves that everyone loves, so that's pretty cool. We're getting a black pair. And they've already done the pants and the shoes for these recently. These drops will last a whole week though, so the next fucking 6 streams will have these drops available. But they start in 2 hours, 40 minutes. I think I missed the pants so well. Just go buy a drops account. It's the smartest thing you can do. About time. Yeah, no, I like them. I like them. The Rising Morningstar set's good. The Reigning Morningstar set, very similar, obviously, but it's still good. Remember talking about Everwild in the Discord and like 15 ask, what's Everwild? Oh. At this point, they just need to rip finished assets from Everwild and slap it in salt and play it off as if it was always intended. Yeah. I want the sponge gloves. Buy them from a gold hoarder store. They're the gold leaf gloves. Black and silver variant of the belt is solid. Yeah. If only belts looked good in the game on Fat Pirates. You know, if they ended up being this thick instead of this thin, where's Everwild, William? Where's Everwild, William? Have the first paints and You mean pants and recolor? Yeah, nice.
But what goes into the gold store versus what goes into the Emporium is something we want to address, and we'll share more details in the future, as Drew mentioned.
Okay. Well, I was hoping we'd find out what they were going to do with that, but finally, and then also way too long, way too much feedback has been given for fucking years in Insider saying, just give some love to the Outpost stores. Like, it's so insane. And then the follow-up to that is more fucking skeleton items. Are there even any Everworld assets? Rare barely worked right? Well, I don't even know. I got a drop scan as well. Maybe give the drops that I have to claim. It should just still be on an auto drops farmer, so it should be fine, but who knows? Purposely vegan? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see here. We'll let you know. We won't know, but you'll find out. That's Red's motto. We may have done it too late. I've already shot dead anyway. Yeah, they basically said a bunch of nothing. Yeah, basically. Hang on, let me get my. There we go.
On that point,
Ooh.
I think what the kind of the recent doubloon reset has taught us is that players are really attached to their currency.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks who have speculated, they've come for our doubloons, are they going to come for our gold next? And Mike, are we going to come for their gold next?
We categorically are not.
Okay, fair enough. To be fair, there was a subtle implication that they might in one of the insider posts, I think that Drew made about it, where he said, like, this will be the first thing that we look into regarding this kind of thing. But, yeah, categorically, Drew's still unhappy with the game. Yeah, Drew doesn't like it. I honestly thought they were going to eventually do a gold reset because the same rules that apply to doubloons apply to gold, where the reason they got rid of doubloons, or they're getting rid of them, is because too many people have too many and too many people have too little. No, there's no average. It's like 1 trillion or fucking 10. So that's the same for gold. I have 310 mil almost now and nothing left to buy. Every season it goes down by about 1 mil and it goes up by like 4. Like, is the whole point of making money not to spend it? Whose opinions is this? I don't know. Just reset everyone's account, TBH. Let's just make money sync. Just make a money sync. I had 3K, which I thought was like, yeah, I had 24K at the time, and I thought that was more than enough. Are there people with billions of gold? Yeah, there's a couple people with a billion gold. I think making the cap for 4K of doubloons is stupid. You can't even buy 2 items from the black market with 4K. Yeah, so the point of the doubloon cap is you buy each item, you get your 4K, spend it, get back up to 4K, spend it, then get it back up to 4K for then when the next event starts, so you can instantly spend that 4K, then earn another 4K and spend it, and then earn another 4K to hold on for the next build rat. It's weird. You just can't go over 4K, but you can always have the cap permanently if you want. I think got 4 million gold, give us more items that sell for way more. Yeah. It's weird, but gives the currency value. Yeah. It's just a weird way to do it, but like I understand it. But once again, it's just like you could just make sure you're always at the cap, basically. I have like 20K and probably have more if I would still play this game for more than a day a season. Yeah, definitely.
Gold is the driver of that core loop. Go out into a session, do the void.
So actually, if they're not going to reset gold, what are they going to do? Who is emailing me? Oh, hell yeah. If they're not going to reset gold, what are they going to do about gold? Because if they're not adding gold sinks, like, are we just going to still sit here on millions? Send me the balloons for if they ever brought back gold items and then here they're resetting. I was like, fuck, damn. The online casino is emailing you? Nah, that guy hasn't responded yet. Maybe a gold cap? Maybe. But then even a gold cap, there's nothing to spend it on. What happens to sell for doubloons like Reaper, Bounty, and Ashen Chest? They'll still sell for doubloons. It'll probably just be less so.
Explore, you earn gold as part of that session. That is a reflection of a
How much gold do you spend for the police? Okay, so this was $17 on Temu. Let me show the full thing again. This is a $17 Temu fit. This was paid for by Hyper. They said, if I give you subs, can you buy this and wear it? And I was like, okay. Yeah, this is so dog shit. I love it. It's so, like, I feel so sweaty in it, even though it's not hot. It just, like, it's gross. You're going to get cancer from wearing... This is made out of asbestos, dude. Best system, spend your gold, be kind of cool. Yep. Skulls on the back just look like ass cheeks. Yeah. Was 17, should have been 70. Yeah. What up, Jaundice? They're adding new stuff to the Outpost, but everything is like 20k gold per piece. Yeah, no, that's what keeps happening, right? I said it before. Every new fucking season or whatever, they had like fucking 400k worth of items. It's like, well, I have 300 mil. That's nothing. How many kids died for that shirt? Quite a few. It smells like blood. Bro, I'm sorry, that fit. You should look at shit stoners wearing inside a Walmart in America. Dude, I love smoking weed and fucking rocking the Temu skills. What up, Felipe? Let me gold sync on chain shots. Real.
Multi-year journey for many of our players.
Yeah, and so were doubloons, though.
We look at doubloons differently. It is a secondary currency. It is this little micro economy where we're able to take the swing that we have and reset for a better future. But we have no plans to ever do that with the gold economy, just to confirm.
Okay.
We have just touched on the Emporium there, but that's not the only thing that's changing to the Emporium, right?
Yeah, there's quite a few changes coming to the Emporium.
It is a rotating shop.
We launched the Pirate Emporium in 2019, and we've been delivering updates monthly since then.
The only consistent thing in the entire game. They had no plans to add 5, but here we are. Good point.
And I think we've got to a point where there's almost 70 individual pages within the Emporium of cosmetics available. And unsurprisingly, our players...
And unsurprisingly, there's about 6 different color combos that we use on every ship set. I can't stress this enough. I've shown it on stream before. I'm not going to do it right now. Go to the Emporium and look at each ship set and then write down how the colors that appear in them, like the brown, the black, the gold, the red, the green, and then look at the spread of those colors throughout them. They use 7 fucking colors max, and most of them are the same combination of 3 colors. It is so gross. They're the most fucking desaturated, bland fucking colors, and they use it in every single ship set, and I don't understand why. You're allowed to make the premium ship sets look out of place. That's kind of the point. At an ice region, you can only enter by paying 100 mil once. 70 pages of slop. 70 pages, we haven't had time to invent the search bar. Brown, gold, and bleach red. You can have red, green, black, and blue. It's crazy. Like, so someone will remember when I went through the whole fucking Emporium, and I was like, look at these colors. It's the same 3 colors every time, just in a slight different order. Yeah, we do have a bingo card. We're almost got a bingo in a couple directions. Originally what Helldivers does with the samples in Democracy Space Station where you spend on affecting stuff in-game, like a temporary buff for hourglass stuff. Hey, Crow, remember how I'm colorblind? There's like 3 combos for me? Oh, true. Seeing the difference in price at the Hunter's Call shop, you see the difference in prices. A few hundred gold, maybe 1k. The new Hunter's Call stuff hits 500k. Like, bro. Yeah, like the new Reaper stuff is like 100 mil. No, it's 100 mil. It's a mil. Let me have a Neon Pink Boat for 2k engine coins. Yep. Want to see how many get filled out in total? Yeah, we'll see. Is the gold stuff not a list of things that won't happen? You know what? I'm taking that. I'm saying gold reset. I'm just going to say it. I think it'll happen. Them saying it won't happen. I think it'll happen.
Have told us that it's a terrible experience to try and browse.
Yeah,
and
just add a fucking search bar.
We've got awesome cosmetics within the Emporium that are sitting way back chronologically in the back pages that we kind of want to surface up and show new players that are starting their experience. So as part of future Pirate Emporium...
Newer players starting their experience. This has been a joke that like Theb has been saying for years, but it's like most people who get this game log in, buy a monkey, sync, and then log off. And it's true. New players, how many fucking people do we run into that are Emporium to the gills and have no understanding of how the game works? The amount of people rocking full Warsmith or Lodestar, obviously Warsmith comes with some versions of the game, so that's a little less. But like, some people have a full Lodestar ship, I'll climb the ladder, and they're like, where did you come from? And it's like, my boat is right next to you shooting cannons at you, bro. What do you fucking mean? And it's because it's their first day. Remember the Emporium out fish guy who couldn't sell a skull crud? Oh my god, we just followed him around and he didn't know where to sell a skull, but he had like, how much did he have in the end? Because we were talking to him at the tavern. He had like, we calculated it was like 90 USD worth of Emporium shit, and he didn't know where to sell skulls. Yeah, it was like the price of the game, right, Cliff? Yeah, like, it was like, bro, how have you gone in and spent all this money and you're holding a skull and you're like, what do I do with this? Yeah, fuck. I wish I knew what VOD that was. That was crazy. That was like 2 years ago, it feels like. That would have been 2024, I think. Maybe my Lodestar ship set makes me look better. Yep. Then told him to bucket his boat and he didn't, just kept attacking Theb. Yeah, that's what happens. Want the video? Dude, Cliff, if you have the video, please. He had like the Meg set. Yeah, I think it's in a Theb video, right? Like, yeah, he sold the skull to the Emporium guy. He was so close. Now remember, it's like he's inside of the tavern, I think, when we're asking him about it, or we're just like calculating the amount he's spent. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? $50 per vid Cliff finds. Cliff is getting $50 from both Theb and I at PAX, so he's getting $100 at this point. He's just the most useless funny guy ever. It's just crazy, but like that's the truth though. New players hop on, and I get this. I did this when I started SOT. I looked at my fucking Steam wallet history. I spent like $200 on cosmetics within a week of getting SOT, and I didn't even know if I liked the game at that point. Like I'm a victim of this, whatever. But yeah, no. So many people play the game, spend almost the cost of the game on cosmetics, and then they get sank once, or they just can't figure out what to do, and then they're just gone. And it's like, cool, dude, new player experience. Which, to the devs, is obviously, that's a valuable customer, though. Because it's like, oh, we got the full price of the game back from them, plus whatever they purchased. And it's just like, yeah, that's perfect. I think I've dropped like 3K at least. Dude, I wouldn't even want to know how much I've spent. You got the vid? Oh, nice. I can be Jack Sparrow. Wow, I'm Jack Sparrow. The fish dude is a younger time-traveling crud. New players probably think Emporium stuff is rare or limited. Well, with the rotating shop, it technically will be. My first day, there was no microtransactions. Nice. All right, here we go. Here we go. Thank you, Cliff. All right. So, man, YouTube just be loading. There we go. All right.
Where is he?
He's got a skull.
All right. He's got a skull and he doesn't know where to take it.
Oh, he's gonna take him to the clothing shop. Oh my god! Oh my god!
No. Yeah,
Okay,
he goes
so
into the tavern. I remember
went
this.
to the Emporium.
I
He
was
bought the
about to
full-
mention that.
And his new unnamed monkey. Yeah.
full set for his boat and for himself. He blocked the door.
That guy doesn't want it.
Look. Hasn't even named his monkey.
He does not know where to take a skull.
He hasn't even. He's got a monkey. He hasn't even named it.
He spent
This
more
is
than
what he
double
does in his
the
free
cost-
time in real life. Just bonking his fucking head on the roof.
He spent
What is he
more than
doing?
Double the
He's
cost of
going
the game.
insane.
Theb, the game is $40 and he spent $80 on fucking premium cosmetics and he doesn't know how to sell a
$80?
skull.
No way, it's that much.
He has a full ship set and he has a clothing set. He probably has
Oh
a
my
weapon
god, he
bundle.
does.
I like the
Hey,
cut to Lorena. Even Lorena looks pissed off. Look at
Gosh.
this.
He has a full ship set and he has a clothing set.
Look, she's like,
He probably has
Oh
a
my
weapon
god, he
bundle.
does. Hey, hold on. Let's do a bit of calculations. So at the very
oh,
least,
thought you
he's
meant the
got-
Siren Skull couldn't find where to
Okay,
go at
so
Sanctuary. Ah, no.
1,000 for the
Yeah,
costume.
man,
I
come
thought I'd do
on.
that. He might have bought that, but anyway, we're just gonna say so far 1,000.
Nine, I
Okay,
think.
reckon
Oh, no,
rank go
14.
up. Plus 1,400 or 1,500. Did you have the? Oh no, he didn't have the collector's stuff, did he?
Went up the B.
No. And then a monkey.
Okay, so you spent 2,000, yeah, plus one of the
Show us a weapon.
monkeys.
Pull out a weapon.
Plus, I'm pretty sure it's this one. So yeah, 2,500.
God.
Your weapons.
Okay, he pulled out a lantern when I said show us your weapons. Now a spyglass.
Let's have a sword battle. Let me see what sword you have. Oh my god, he has the
He's got the
weapon as
regular
well.
angle weapons.
So how much is it
Oh,
for the
bro.
weapon set? How much was that?
$4.99, I think.
So another 500. So 3,000.
This is so embarrassing.
I told you, he's doubled the cost of the game.
3,000 plus the monkey. How much does that cost in ancient coins?
God, season 13. $40.
Shit, you're just so fat he can't get out.
Yeah. So, as they were saying here, as I was referring to, new players just spend money and then never fucking figure out the game, and then they quit and they just go, whatever, I spent that money, I don't care. It's crazy. It's so common. I've seen it so much. I'm good. How you doing, Heath? He is the fish man. I had to show someone where to sell things, but I don't remember if they're Emporium, but probs? Yeah, probably. Hell yeah, Billy. Oh, Maiden Voyage should be updated. Maiden Voyage should be updated. Maiden Voyage makes you fix the mast 3 times before you can set sail, and that is not indicative of how the game works. That is a bad way to represent the game. He's just a baller. You brokies wouldn't understand. Yeah, he just... If I spent money on a game, I had to learn how to play. Like, yeah, like, like I said, I spent money on SOT, and I didn't even know if I liked the game yet, but, like, I'm not the common person who does shit like that. Mom, what's your CVC? Do different parts have different hitboxes? No. Never buy cosmetics for a game I just started. Why is that a thing anyway? I don't know. Like, a lot of those mobile games that I do sponsors for, they have it built in where you have to play a certain amount before you can spend money, but then they like, spend the money! They like threaten you like you need to do it. Do you remember why you bought the cosmetics? I I just do that in games, man. I'm a microtransaction whore. Like, let me show you something. Let me show you my biggest shame in gaming. So if I just search Monster Hunter, all right. So Monster Hunter World, where is it? DLCs. I've got 65 DLCs for this. So if I go to the Monster Hunter World page, as you can see, there's a lot of DLCs. I own most of them. Actually, I don't even own most of them. And you think, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. Monster Hunter Rise, I own 244 DLCs. And so when I go look at it, when I go to see all DLCs, it is... See that blue line there that means in library? Some of this has no use. Like, some of this is dog shit, pointless stuff that, like, face paint. I don't even change my character's face. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just like that. I just be spending money fucking frivolously like an idiot. No, that's not even flexing wealth. Dude, I was broke when I was playing that game. Rise pretty good, though. That's still mental. Yeah, if I was buying a new game, no nothing, I would not be buying stuff. Yep, that's the smart way to be. What's your favorite weapon in MH? It's hammer now. I like hammer. Crud, you are one stinky boy? Yeah. I think I bought something from the new Monster Hunter game only not to play because my friend won't play with me. Damn. I buy stuff in Sea of Thieves. It's giving me the same amount of fun, so I don't mind supporting. No, and that's fine. Like, I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm just saying buying a game... Let me open my Steam real quick. Why hasn't this appeared? I just got an email from Steam. Well, it's not appearing, but someone just gifted me a game, and it's a funny bit. Did you just crash crud? No, I'm here. No, I just wanted to, yeah. Lance main, based. Refresh? I don't know how to refresh my Steam. Like, look, there's no real way to, hang on, let me close it and reopen it. Let me do this. Let me do this. Yeah, I don't know. What's occurring? Someone gifted me. It's fine. It's whatever. Anyway, how's it going? Is it terrible? It's pretty bad. It's kind of silly what we're seeing here. Kind of silly stuff, but that's typical. Joke ruined. Yeah, I don't know. I saw it on my phone, but it hasn't popped up. Hang on, what does Theb want? Drops start at 9, so maybe 8:30. Task manager, yeah. Stays over, so you have to close it. Well, I don't want to... Okay, we'll do it for the bit. All right, let's reopen Steam. Let's see what happens. Let's see what this funny... Oh, what's this? Oh, that's nothing. Oh, there's a notification. All right, let's see the funny. Let's see the big funny. You received a gift from Kelp. Escape from Tung Sahua.
Updates. We're actually going to be looking back through our back catalogue, and we're going to be streamlining the experience. So there's going to be a reduced set of cosmetic sets on offer in the Pirate Emporium, but that does mean that it gives us the ability to rotate sets over time. Our goal here is
I'm not touching that game right now.
Really bring some awesome cosmetics that are kind of sitting in the backlog and bring them up front and center so that players can have access to them. So that's a change that's going to be coming to the Pirate Emporium very soon. That's not the only changes we're going to be making in the cosmetics and Pirate Emporium.
It's interesting that earlier the question was like, oh, hey, so what are you doing about Outpost and cosmetics? And like, we'll tell you later. And now they're like, but here's what we're doing in the Emporium. And it's like, just add a front page to the Emporium with featured items, you have a small discount, rotate those items instead. Yes. You know what another idea I've had was? It is they should add certain Emporium cosmetics to commendations. So that way people start to get parts of Emporium sets, and then they go, "Ooh, I've got the wheel and the cannons from that ship set that's in the Emporium. Maybe I'll go buy the rest so I have the whole set." It's free money. You know how many people would be pedantic about having an incomplete set? Hold that thought, crud. Oh, okay. No spoilers. Okay. Or just use a browse tool instead of that shitty Emporium homepage? Yeah, all that. Which they added recently and they didn't, and people still don't understand. So instead Emporium being hard to navigate isn't adding a basic query, but instead gaining cosmetics with circulation. Yes. And the weird thing about that too is like, I don't think it'll work too effectively unless they add a lot of stuff to the Emporium, because you've had 8 years to buy all these cosmetics. So like now that you're putting them on like a semi-FOMO rotation, it's like, oh, I don't care. I could have bought that fucking 2 years ago. People still don't know exist. No, people do not know about the catalog. Escape from Tunxville next Halloween. Okay, I'll do it for Crud Scream.
Side. There's also some changes we're going to be making to the
I've
season.
heard enough. Can we have more Dark Warsmith? Captain Barbecue, here's the question. Do you know? Do you know? Because if you don't know, that's really funny. If you do know, it's still funny. We're getting a new Dark Warsmith reskin. That's right. We're getting a third version of a full ship set, full crew set, everything. We are getting the damned Warsmith probably next month, maybe. But yeah, no, I don't know if you were joking, but if you weren't, really funny, because we genuinely are getting, and if you don't know, in the game, you can buy the Dark Warsmith or the Dire Dark Warsmith Mega Bundle, which costs 5,000 fucking ancient coins. So there'll be another one of them. Yeah. Shrek Green, yeah. Like, this will be... I'm sure they'll pair this with the new version of the game that they're doing the end of the year as well, when they always do that. That's just Soulflame 2. Mm-hmm. Mint Green is so good, they should put it on everything. Tragically can't lie, it's a good... No, I don't think it's bad, design-wise. I think it's bad, like, why are we doing this? I'm being a jackass, brother. I've said, okay, well, either way, set up a good bit for everyone, so... Do you know what I mean by the back catalog, Crud? What is the catalog? Oh, what do you mean by the catalog? If you open the Emporium, there's a catalog where you can sort by, like, fucking ship, weapons, equipment, pets, clothing. I looked at monitor and tuned out. What is this? Oh, just another Warsmith reskin. To make bang, they need to make it so you can actually make your pirate and sell, like, a token and do your current pirate. Yeah, let's bring NFCs. Do you have any idea how shit that looks to a colorblind person? Nah. Like Teletubbies, I want to see all 3 in one crew. Dude, when are we getting the 4th one so we can have a full galleon of the different little flavors? People don't know about that? No, a lot of people don't know about that. A lot of people don't know about the catalog function.
Pass model, if you want to dig into that.
Yeah, so our next iteration of the season pass will be going live in season 20, and we've worked really hard to try and evolve our season pass into a much more rewarding and clear experience.
Okay.
So not only are we overhauling the UI so that you will kind of move through these tiers of unlocks as you go through.
Okay, hang on. Let me wait.
But also the way that you relate.
First of all, what is that title? The Ultimate Chicken Murderer? Second of all, how do you have 9,000 ancient coins? There's a limit of 4,000. Okay, what are we looking at here? So this is... Oh, this is just copying other battle passes. Okay, they're keeping them in line with other battle passes where it's like a... Okay. Although, hang on. Wait, so reward set 1 of 10, unclaimed rewards. Okay, and then you pick from a voyage? Food voyage, player item voyage, or cannons and explosive voyage? Rivals part? Yeah. Have you watched the Shining Rays video? I watched it. I watched one of his and I was commenting on it. 5 items, 10 sets of pages. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's like half covered. Yeah. Okay. I don't care about the voyage. The voyage thing is kind of weird. How to get bonus Swiss drops? They start in a couple hours. You gotta wait. Fortnite pass? Yeah. This doesn't seem like really much of a change to be fair, other than the fact there's like a voyage option here. Yeah, so reward 2 is you pick from one of the 3 voyages. I don't know about that. We'll see.
To earning renown. We're trying to really simplify that and make that feel a lot more meaningful for players, so it's much clearer what you do to move.
Voyage rewards? I guess, yeah. Unironically, the current plunder pass is fine. They're just kind of boring and too easy to finish.
Through the season pass. In terms of the actual rewards that you unlock as well,
I made them evil.
We're introducing a new set of not only playable rewards in the form of limited voyages that you can earn, but some of those previously locked in the Emporium items are going to be...
Okay. Oh, shit. Hang on. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, fuck. This is like what I was talking about, except instead of being commendation locked, it's plunder pass. Okay. This is a money-making method. This is... Okay. So basically, remember I said before, they should make it so you can earn parts of Emporium sets through commendations, so then people go and buy the rest of the set. This is that, but through the plunder pass. Now, question, is this paid for or not? I'm noticing the word renown boosted here. Yeah, no, it is Baz. Yeah, you noticed. Yeah, no, Mixel, hang on. Okay, so are we paying $9.99 ancient coins and then we're going to still get, it's free, you can see which ones are paid. Gold items are paid. Oh, yep. No, you're right. Okay. Okay. Premium Plunder Pass is boosted. Yeah. Boosted hourglass levels, by the way. Yeah, Plunder Pass active down the bottom right. Okay. All right.
Items that players can choose each time you get to one of those tiers.
This is smart, though. This makes
as
the
part
money.
of progressing through.
So, Cred, you see how the free Plunder Pass has a cosmetics replacement Emporium item, so Rarity is going to put the seasonal set in the gold shops and call it an improvement? That might be the answer. That might be the actual answer. That might be the answer.
For free in the season pass.
And we've got the star prize.
And of course, at the very end of all of that, there is the Star Prize, which is our new super high quality, super special item that we can't wait to be able to share with people.
I think
That's right. It's a title. Notice the wordage? Super high quality. Is it a different game? Do they get rid of bugs? Get ready to laugh? Okay. Legendary item? Yeah, what do we...
it's been good to reflect on the season pass and the quality of rewards that we're giving to players. I think the approach here has been to have
Maybe the
less
Ghost Rat?
filler, I would
It's actually
say, in the
sick. It's
season
not
pass.
bad.
And
Is it
make
actually a title? No, I'm just joking. I don't know. Feel like I'm playing a gacha game? Yeah. It's actually sick. Oh, we'll see. Super special and high quality are cool if you don't have your fucking loser. You gotta delete the game.
sure that all of the
Yoshi Foods, the Red Curse might be coming to the black market.
rewards are going to be seen as desirable by our players.
Okay.
Now, as you mentioned, from having the star prize there as that ultimate end prize at the end of the track, to having the playable rewards, to having the Emporium returning cosmetics, I think overall should feel like a much more compelling offering to players each season.
And I will say, I have seen the Star Prize in our art reviews, and I remember seeing it and thinking, oh my goodness, I've not seen anything like that as a cosmetic reward in
What
Sea
are
of
they
Thieves before.
talking
So I
about?
think
What are they
players will be
talking
really excited
about?
for it, especially if we can show it right now.
Okay, they are going to be a bit Fortnite. They're going to be a little silly with it. Okay. Fair enough. I can't even be mad. Do the mics that are more call center or cosplay and TED Talk? Yeah, what's with the the back hooking and stuff? They're doing a Valorant COD. Yeah, no, okay, super premium weapons with animations.
So right
That's what every other game does. That now COD old heads, old unks do hate that. You know, they say, I don't like how Battlefield has an anime girl on my gun who fucking smokes a bong and then puts a bullet in it. But it's a very easy way to make money. So, no, Rocket, they haven't done anything with the Widow Curse. Why do they put the skeleton arm on the hilt? Yeah, I hate that, TBH. That's fucking... So, no, that will be incredibly divisive because it is incredibly yeah, no, that fits SOT. That's not out of place. So there's not even... I don't know, I'm just thinking of where they're going to go with this. We're going to get we're going to get a cannon with a skull's head on it where it goes as you shoot cannons and shit. Cover the sword to block the screen while it's flailing. 100% pass going up in price. I didn't even think of that. That's a good call. High on life flintlock. Animated weapons look cool if they're, yeah, if I'm fucking holding a sniper and the scope turns and looks at me, because we already have slightly animated ones with the Stormfish set. Bro, that cannon would be cool as fuck. No, yeah, I know. But there's a careful balance they have to do to prevent this from being slop. They need to not slopify it with this. You know? Yeah, it's again, yeah, they need to be very careful to keep, that skeleton thing, super thematic, fits the game lore, a little silly, but that's okay. But in in 6 months' time, if we have a fucking blunderbuss that has a set of lips on it and it fucking makes a kiss sound when you fire it, you know, try to be spawn camp by weirdos tickling me with the sword. It is the tickler, yeah, look at it. It's also the free pass tier 100. I like the sword, but he's fucking say, yeah, this is a yeah, we gotta watch this. Yeah, twerking servant of the flame, yeah. We'll see.
So
Got
right now,
custom cannons at the end of the plunder pass, like that wonderful person in Crud's Discord said. Yeah. Pandora's box has been opened. Yeah, we'll see.
we are kind of in the middle of season 19, and we're due for
We're not in the middle. We're 2 weeks in.
some exciting stuff with the build drop weekend. There and
So
Last
there's
Ship
a Kraken
Standing coming
tentacle
up,
that
but we're
slaps
in
around
this
kinda
3-act
gooey.
structure at the moment. But there's changes coming there, right?
There are. So as I mentioned at the start, as a reflection of the challenges that we talked about here today and on the podcast, I think
Hell
the
yeah,
plan
Rocket.
that we had around optimizing for the regularity of releases for
You
players.
said it
so
again,
every month there's
optimizing the
always
regularity.
something new to put the focus on. We see that less of the headline features of the season now and more about building a compelling live service calendar. So a big
Yeah,
part of
like
this
keeping
is
the
the
game
build rate
alive. It's a
weekender
live
that
service
players already
game.
know about. But also Last Ship Standing, which has been in insider testing and had some great feedback. Do you want to talk a bit more about Last Ship Standing?
Yeah, so Last Ship Standing is our 6-ship
we're halfway through Act
hourglass
1, Act 2
battle.
doesn't even
Players
exist.
can
Well, yeah,
vote
no,
on that
exactly.
And then
Good point.
emerge in the Sea of the Damned in a
Optimize
special
anything
map
but the game.
and basically battle to be the Last Ship Standing. But unlike our classic 1v1 mode, players get rewards based on how they placed within that. So it's not quite so all or nothing. So even coming second or third can still be netting you more allegiance
Well, that's
and more
good, that's good.
rewards for your
It's
your
not just the
hourglass.
winner who gets
and
a
that
reward.
it will be available for a month as part of Act 3. But then
Is this time
afterwards it's
limited?
going to be coming back
Yes.
regularly
But they have said they want to bring it back at least once a month.
for a shorter window, but on a monthly basis
There we
as
go.
well.
Yeah, there we go.
And also coming back on a regular basis is the Builds Rat Weekender. So
And five
we've
nights.
had lots of
There's gonna be
feedback
some reading, but
over
there
the
wasn't enough
years
plays
around
of
the
galleons. There
various
is
live
there
events
is
that
galleon
we've run.
coding
And
for
there's always
Last Ship
been that,
Standing as well as
I think we
Brig.
felt it, but always that sense of tension in the community around, like, is this ever going to come back? Is it time limited? So we've always wanted this.
So Rocket, for the month that Last Ship Standing is in, it actually replaces Sloop Hourglass, which is interesting. But yeah,
vehicle to
I
bring
do Last Ship
popular
Standing. I
live
haven't really
events
kept
back.
out with
So
how it's
that's
been
where
panning
the
out so
Builds Rat
far.
Weekender
It's so far
come
so
from.
good.
It's this
It does
once a
incentivize you
month
to be a vulture. though.
in-world pirate festival that celebrates a live event that returns as a showcase alongside specific activities to earn
That plays for
the
Galleon Last Ship
doubling
Standing.
currency. As part of the weekender, we've been looking at the
Reading
feedback
from the
we've been
screen?
getting in
No.
the insider forums, and we've just been putting some time and effort
it'd be good for that,
into positioning all the elements just right for that
Yo,
first
Prophet, thank you for the 5 gifted, you crazy bastard. You bloody legend, mate. Cheers.
launch. So a key part of it is Duke, as we've
Oh, yeah,
mentioned,
here we
and
go.
the Rinner
Duke and
stock.
Lorena.
So around Duke's availability, we're going to be keeping Duke around for the month now. And in terms of
They
Duke stock,
initially
while we
weren't. He was only
originally
gonna be
planned
available for the
to
weekend, which
rotate
was
it
so
each month, we're
stupid.
going to be keeping that stock around.
If they brought back Arena back, they won't. How do you think it would affect the player base? Barely at all. So many people have this weird like fixation that bring back Arena would do anything positive for the game count, player count. It won't. Thank you again, Prophet. Well, weekend content for a month. Nothing new, to be honest. That's the crazy thing. The Act 2 is a month, but the content is one weekend of that month. Unless they do one every weekend for the month, which then doesn't make sense because it's supposed to be monthly. For this normal weekend, it should be a week long. Since yeah, no, it should be, right? Like, Arena is fun for like an hour. Yeah. So when you're not available to play the game during the weekend because live, you can never participate in the weekend or in Last Ship Standing. Yep. I think only another Pirates of the Caribbean collab or one with One Piece can boost slot play number. Yeah, they need to do that, but I don't think they can budget that.
For longer to just relax that feeling of pressure to coming and earn those rewards. So Duke will be around for a lot longer, and we'll
Res
continue
Pixel
to look
save
at
slot.
insider feedback. We'll continue to look how
Maybe.
the first one lands, and we'll continue to
They need to
iterate
drop
it.
Xbox One support.
The Builds Rat Weekender is very much our platform for bringing back some of our most popular live events. So it's going to be just interesting to see how that plays out in the community following release.
So some
Beeping.
awesome stuff coming to season 19. We've talked about some of the
Yeah, no,
changes
exactly, Disco.
that
Like,
are
it
coming
wouldn't
to
change the
seasons
amount of
all up.
players.
What's coming for season 20?
Stop people like Peanut being DDoS as a boost in player count. I think they're incapable of complaining to Microsoft. So there is a new version of streamer mode coming to the game. It's been data mined that actually has proper streamer mode things. But, you know, it took so much for them to even think to do that, you know. This one contract ends around October, so maybe. Oh, please. Any bingo updates? We missed the mark, really bad graphic, someone upset with the community, Drew tells us about team, Mel mentioned legal action, random things mentioned, changing things last minute, someone cries, girls speak less. You know, the girls have been speaking less than the guys, that's just, yeah. It took 7 years of creators wanting that shit. It's crazy that streamer mode isn't even streamer mode. Like, if you go to the main menu, your username's visible. We need to add optimizing as an option. Yeah, hear me out, TDM only arena, add in a friendly fire toggle. Hope it will help streamers like Benny Peanut. Well, yeah, like, that's the plan for it. Not going to let them get rid of Xbox One. 2030.
So season 20. So last time we sat on this sofa, we talked about a very
One girl
exciting
saying
feature
yeah,
set,
everyone's spoken,
which was
but
custom seas.
barely.
We talked about
Mostly
a
been
great
Mike, Drew, and
experience, giving players the tools to the pirate
the man.
sandbox, and we talked about that as an experience. And I think
Friendly fire toggle, hold that thought.
we even eardropped
I know it's coming to custom seas, but I want it on live.
it as an early 2026
Because I was
target
upset
for
with me because we
ourselves.
ran out their shitty updates.
But we also talked about custom seas
I don't think
being
so,
a
Snowwalker.
premium feature
Here we go.
that was going to
So
be.
I've been spoiled on this. I know custom seas is free, which, funnily enough, they probably should have kept it paid. Like, I know that's a fucking weird take saying people should be spending money, but that would have been a good way to make money off of a few people. Things changed last minute. There it is. Things have changed last minute. It is no longer paid. It's free. Yeah, no, that got spoiled. I couldn't avoid that spoiler. It was fucking everywhere today.
Part of our first pirate subscription, so a paid for
Nice.
premium subscription. As we've stepped
Yeah,
through the
makes sense.
development process, I think we've started to see the magic of custom seas come to life. And at this point, we'll have
Does
had
everyone
at
get the
least
dog? It's
one
probably
of
going to be
our
a Safer Seas
first
Fleets
looks in Insiders.
purchase
I think
reward.
we've seen internally the excitement and the magic build
Please tell
from
me
just
for that credit,
having
I should.
giving players and our
Can we have
creators
10 minutes of
tools
funding
to be
custom
able to
seas and never
create
open again?
experiences
Yeah,
for
that's the
themselves.
problem
And
for
we kind of
non-content creators,
took a
right?
step back and took ourselves and took the opportunity to go.
Good technical live premium
Are
game
we
is so
giving
predatory with microtransactions. We don't need this too. Yeah, but like, if they're willing to host free servers for every single player that can be bothered doing that, that actually genuinely could cost them money. Like, I feel like charging for that was understandable. I'm happy it's free. Don't get me wrong. Now I don't have to pay for it, but I feel like it being paid for wouldn't be the end of the world.
Custom sees the opportunity to reach its full potential. And I think we
Going to
answered the
roleplay?
question no. I think by
Maybe time limits for free
introducing it in
sessions?
the way that we'd originally planned as part of a
That's
premium
true,
feature
doggy,
set
but
behind
no
a
one uses it.
subscription, I don't think we were giving custom seas the opportunity to engage and create a tool set for all of our players. So as part of season 20, we're going to be
I think this shows Rare isn't in dire straits at the moment. They're like clearly not strapped for cash. I mean, we'll find out on April 6th when the new financial year review drops and we find out their exact profit. Because 2023, 2024, they lost £216,000. That was not the year that the layoffs happened. Layoffs cost money. So the one we're about to get, the 2024 to 2025, could be phenomenally low. In those statements, though, they do mention that Microsoft will bail them out no matter what. So it's not really a problem, but it's not indicative of a positive like pattern, right?
bringing custom seas to all of our players free of charge. So it's no longer going to be behind a subscription. It's going to be available to everyone. And we can't wait to bring such a rich tool set to everybody and see the magic that players are going to create as part of it.
So customs.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with custom seas, and so will you guys, because you'll be joining me while I blow shit up. Kind of interested in Microsoft still committed that? We'll see, yeah. He says as part of Season 20, there will be more, yeah. Wish you could see how much loot sells for in custom seas, because I'd love to be able to get grade 5 Rebus or $100 Wondrous Secrets. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Normalized killing. So Microsoft will limp this game to 10 years? I think so, to 2030 at least. That's when Mike said the game should live, at leleast until 2030.
Seas is now going to be
yeah,
free for all players, which is awesome. How does it feel to then be bringing that to such a wider variety of players?
It's incredibly
wider
exciting.
variety of players.
And the way we're testing it in Insiders at the minute
Well,
is kind of
custom seas are paid,
piecemeal, where they
convincing
get a
enough
glimpse
for
of a
Microsoft to
feature,
keep
and a
them
glimpse of a
going.
feature
Yeah,
here. But
I
even with
don't
the
know.
first
But it's good that it's free.
version or the first set of features, so many of the team were just...
What are your thoughts on the enhanced headphone mode? I feel like it's the dumbest thing they've ever had to sort. That is genuinely, unironically a scam. It is unironically, unequivocally a scam? A scam? I covered this when they announced it, and I showed that the those game packs with the audio things have fuck off. They have nothing but negative reviews for every game that they've done a partnership with. Virtualized 3D audio is not a positive thing for a game. And I saw one of the Beard brothers pretending it was good because he got a fucking creator code for it. You're a shill. It's genuinely a bad product. It makes the audio dog shit. It is not helpful in any of the games it's been implemented into. I paid for it to then refund it, so I got the in-game cosmetic. Cool. Squam.
watching people over the weekend have a whale of a time, sometimes in languages they didn't understand, because they're having so much fun with it. I watched so many clips of people just be like, I can spawn a thing here. I watched a ship battle where someone had kind of like zoomed up on and kind of watched it happen from the sky. The amount of creative possibilities that this gives folks is just, I genuinely feel like it's quite endless. Even with such a
I need to be a ranter, I guess. Custom Seas is way too late. You should have done this years ago. You genuinely helped the competitive scene of this game die, get completely buried. You dug them up and then you buried them again. If you had have released this even 4 years ago, it would have been the biggest dub possible for this game. This shit should have existed so long ago. Like, Custom Seas is good. It's so good. It's so late. You like, obviously, people will be making content and it'll be good and it'll bring life back into the game for a bit. But if you had done this fucking 4 years ago, even 3 years ago, this game would actually be popular on Twitch again. If you don't understand how good this Custom Seas is going to be the game, you can literally make your own minigames because you use silver and you can control what people get silver in your server. Yeah, no, so I've seen all the update that they did recently where they talked about it. It's really good. It's just so fucking late. Like, it's just so late. And that's why, like, it's like, man, like, oh, it's so good, but it's so late. They could have said they could take credit for bringing it back to life. Yeah, like, they even said, like, you can use silver, you can play arena. It's like, cool. Those people have all died of old age. Like,
small version.
I don't think Custom Seas will still be talked about a month after release. Not by the broad player base. It'll be talked about like me and other content creators. They announced custom servers in 2020. God, this would have been great for arena tournament. No, exactly. And now you'll be able to use it for that. But those people have moved on.
Going in Insiders, the amount of different types of content we've seen has just been incredible to see. And I think the team is so energized by seeing that in hands, right?
I think that's the bit. It's so exciting because we're creating a set of tools, but it's not about what those tools are, it's about what players are going to do with them. And some of that we have no idea. And that's what I'm the most excited for. Things are going to come out of that, game modes, ways people play that we've never imagined. And it's really exciting.
Yeah, the reception was fantastic. And to Christina's point, even a small subset of the ultimate functionality, but seeing people being able to spawn things on the fly, create these moments, and there's a cinematic.
You gave us quick swap, you gave us FOV, you're giving us actual custom servers. It's 2026 though, it's not 2022. So like, what have I missed? Just a bunch of yapping.
Camera as well, which players haven't seen yet. The ability to take these cool screenshots and create these cool videos.
Very cool things.
We're going to see a huge range of
Halo
experiences.
4 type game mode for SOP is just way too late. Yeah, no, exactly. Imagine this game having mini games.
Beginning to form the foundations of game modes, creating these cool party modes with your friends, and just if remembers Machinima, like creating stories in the engine of the game. Like it really feels like Sea of Thieves is this toy box, and we're handing that over.
Yeah,
to
I started playing in
players
2021 as well, Juicy. The Pirates of the Caribbean update was the first update
I think
for
the
me.
potential to show off some of the best.
Do they generally have any plans past what they mentioned last July? Nope.
Moments.
Machinima in the Big 26, yeah.
To Sea of Thieves and to see the originality, the ingenuity of our community come to life through Custom Seas is something we're just so excited about.
The Season 20 talk and no mention of GMU yet. I guess they're holding that info for later.
We're so impressed by what we've seen so far. We don't want to limit that. We want to put that in the hands of all
Fox,
of our
that's
players.
cool.
And even though there's going to be plenty of tools there, and like you said, even with a few tools,
it
not
would have
even
been so cool
the full package
ago.
that will be there at launch, players are still doing cool things
James
already.
Explorer joke
But
about
even with
Red
that
Microsoft killed
launch
that as well.
tool set, we're going to be adding more to it over time. We're going to be looking at the things that players want, or the kinds of things that they want to build, but they can't build, and iterating and growing it over time as well.
I think that's our commitment
I've
as
finished
part of
Adventures
Season
in Custom
20,
Seas.
is that we're going to be in listen
Finally.
mode. We're going to release this awesome tool set, but we know it's a starting point, and we're going to be listening and watching and laughing alongside our players. But our commitment is that this is a tool set that we continue to grow and evolve over time.
Well, that's good that they're just not going to drop it and go, here you go, fuck you. That's good.
Listening to the community and responding to their needs is absolutely critical, because we know our community will do things
Crud
that
launch option
that we can't expect.
Dude, imagining Custom Seas as a toggle for fucking bugs. It's like funny launch, crud launch 2, crud launch 3. Fucking imagine that. That would be so good.
So, and I think
Dude, imagine microwave. I'd
to
be
your
so
point,
happy.
making that commitment up front that this is an ongoing track of work. We're going to expand this over time
That'd be so
based on the
good.
needs of the community is really exciting.
TM becomes
So
so
it's
much more
really
available.
exciting to see players already getting their hands on some of the early features. But do we
Early
want to talk
features.
more about the features that are coming in season 20?
What's coming in
Shay?
season 20?
Yeah, sure. So in custom seas, from the moment you start your session,
Nice
you'll
disco.
see so much control at your fingertips.
Yeah,
when you
what it
load
already
into
looks
that
like.
first lobby,
Oh, nice. They
you can
added actual
decide what
design
ships
to
you
this.
want in there,
Okay,
how
cool.
you want your players. If you want to put all 24 players on one ship, then go for it.
Yep.
You can set a set of what we're calling switches, which are things that turn things on and off in the experience.
Yep,
so
this
you
is all-
might
we
want
already
no
know about
storms
all
on
of this,
or
so this is all
no
good.
AI on because you want a really friendly experience. You can set those kind of upfront controls, and there are a bunch of presets that we've made there as well for those. You can also decide whether or not you want to
Have
turn
Luscious
on a
Locks will have, you
scoreboard
know?
and turn
Okay.
on competitive scoring.
When it
And
plays
then
on one
it's up to
sleep
you
on
to
Xbox
decide
One,
what
oh.
sorts of things count and
call
how
that
much
central
those
heating.
things will award. So if you want to award 5 silver
Yeah, we
for,
know about this. This is all
for
good.
killing somebody, or 10 silver for killing a skeleton.
But for the Hungry
you
Demon, I
can
think
make
Michael mentioned the core of the
your
game
own
is players,
games
cool
and your own
interactions in the game.
rules
I'm
up
just meeting
that
people
way.
making memories, finding
And
the
then
first
when
make
you
skeleton ships,
enter
string
into
into
the
the raw build
session, you've
rats,
got all
adventures,
those
making memories,
controls
which
at
has been
your
sorely lacking. I think it's because
fingertips
they've been a
to
bit
be able
focused
to
on
quick
Hourglass.
spawn any item that
I don't think
you
it's
want,
because they're
any
focused on
AI that you want.
Hourglass. I think it's
But you
because
can
they're
also go
focused on
into
like
a
seasonal
deeper menu
content
and
that
be
just
able
has no
to
value
evoke any
and
world
no
event that
reason
you
to
want. You
interact
could
with other
start
players.
start a fort of fortune. You could spawn a kraken, spawn a meg.
Yeah, I
you
know
can really
microwave.
curate the session how you want
Yeah.
it, and
So
you've got
this is all
those
good. Yeah, dude,
controls
driving the boat
to
like this
kind of
is
move
so
around
fun
the
to
world,
just
teleport wherever
up the
you
fucking
want to. You
down.
can also
Who's possibly
move
using
your
storm
ship
toggle?
really easily
We
with a
turning
quick
that shit
sail
off.
option. You can
What's PH stand for in this context? Placeholder.
fly and look around the environment. You can use that
Yeah,
lovely
no,
cinematic camera that Mike was
we already
talking
know all
about
this, and
earlier.
it's all good stuff.
So it
It's all
really
good
is a
stuff.
wealth of things that you can do to just curate the experience.
Yeah, everything
your way.
Red does is on controller.
And there's also legendary locations. So there's 4 legendary locations that are going to be available in custom seas. We've got the
is this?
Sea Dogs Tavern. Return of the Sea Dogs Tavern. You'll be able to go inside the Sea Dogs Tavern and create stories.
Whoa, we're finally going back. Whoa. Didn't they lose the code? I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. What are the plans of the podcast name? We'll get to that. We're going home, boys. My name is Ander Dingus.
And gameplay in there. There's the Damned Sea Dogs Tavern. There's a twist on that. The
Dude, the PTSD people have from Deb's video on this.
one from the adventure. There's Tribute Peak. So Shores of Gold.
Tribute Pick is already in the game. Really, Inger Dingus? What is this? What do you mean Shores of Gold? That's in the game still.
Being able to have adventures on the shores of gold. And then lastly, there's Old Sailor
There we
Isle.
go, Maiden
There's always
Voyage.
been that feedback of the Maiden Voyage
going
Island
home,
is so
boys.
cool. I want to go there with my friends. You'll be able to do that in custom seas.
Our intent.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. We can go there. And obviously, it's just like, to just fuck around, but that's fine. That's good. It's good. I don't even know about them losing code on it, though. Just showing what's the stuff they're not going to add. Well, so far, they haven't said anything about Season 20 other than the fact that we're getting custom seas. We only know about Season 20 from data mining, so who even knows? Well, if only Seas Thieves was truly open where you could explore these in the high seas. Does that mean we can get the hot tub achievement? No, because it'll be on custom seas.
Intent is also to build and
Yeah, exactly,
supply
Denny.
additional
Just too
legendary
late.
locations over time. One specifically that we're really excited to bring in is the Last Ship Standing map in the Sea of the Damned,
Okay.
right?
Seas of
Let's see what's
Sailors
happening. Going
Grave.
to act as a
Yeah.
lobby if people want to
The
run their own
opportunity
arena.
there to bring more
Maybe.
legendary locations for players to be able to create some really cool experiences with.
Yeah, and we're quite excited by the idea of we've got Last Ship Standing as part of our live event calendar. We've got that coming back periodically for players to get involved in, but
Yeah.
it always being
thank you.
available in custom seas so people can practice, get used to the gameplay, try out different techniques, and then take
When
that
they
into
quest
the
lines take
event when
multiple
it's live
prerequisites to
again.
achieve and they remove it because enough people are playing
Does
it.
that mean the hot tub is back?
The hot tub is back.
Does.
Confirmed.
Needs a good deep
Wow.
clean, I think, but it's back.
So
Wow.
loads of exciting stuff on Horizon for Sea of Thieves. But what are you
Season
guys
20
most
news on
excited
Salt
about? Bill,
website.
start
Is
with
it
you.
anything different
I
than
think
this?
I'm just excited to bring this great experience.
Is
to
anything
everybody.
different to this, or is it the
it's
same?
We've been developing it for a long while,
Yeah,
and
this
we've always
badass
thought
skull.
of it in that little world where it's behind a paywall, behind a subscription, and I think we've just released it. And
Yes.
it's going to go to all
Moving
players,
it.
and I just can't wait to see the magic that they create for it.
So how can I not say something for custom seas? So I'm really excited for the cinematic camera. I think being able to see the world that our players have been playing for so
I don't
many
see
years
anything about
from a new
season 20 on the
perspective
front
and being
page
able
of
to
it.
curate
Can you link it?
machinima and stories
I just
using
see
that toy
season
box of
19
custom
info.
seeds is going to be so exciting. Like,
Finally.
some people will know who are listening in, but I was a huge fan of Red versus Blue. So like being able to
Already
create
marked that
machinima
off,
in these game worlds, I think is so
touching
powerful.
so
I'm
much.
excited for that. But can I have another one, please?
Release interior
I am
windows
also
really close
excited
to it.
just
Yeah,
building back
the
on
whole
the game
time they
health
could have just had it
point.
be a
I
place you
think-
could go in.
Obviously, we always say, Sea of Thieves is a
Yes.
unique experience, but there's lots of players out there that
I'll look
are
at that after
struggling
the
with
vid.
very
Thank you.
long-standing bugs that we've had in the experience.
Long-standing bugs.
I'm actually really looking forward to the
These
game
interesting
being
arena
more
assets
stable,
existing, and I wonder if they're going to bring
being
back
more of
arena
a
at some
solid
point. It's a bad idea. They
platform
shouldn't
for us
if
to
I
build
wonder.
upon.
It's
So I
just
think
going to be
that-
able to be done
I've
in
never really
custom
said that
seas, and that's
before,
it.
but like I passionately believe that
This is when
game
every
health
Xbox
and
One
making the game we've
self-destructs, so
already
it's
got
potential.
as smoothly running and robust as possible is really important, and I am excited for that.
Oh, when are
alongside
you going to do
Custom
that? When are you
Seeds.
going to make the game
Shelley,
more
what about you?
robust?
Definitely custom seas related again
You know
for
what?
me.
You know what, Brendan? You're right. Talking about machinima and red versus blue is a random thing. And that's a bingo. That's a bingo right there. Brown shirt guy was introduced. They spoke about a random topic. The most random thing was mentioned. Insiders mentioned, and they changed things last minute. That's a bingo right there. Good shit. Good shit. Thank you for the bingo card, Cliff. The arena assets the reason the game's so big? Nah, it's just because of every asset. And a lack
I'm just
of actual
really looking
optimization.
forward to that moment where players
Playground
create
Maritime Union
something.
Season 20. I assume they're talking about it like in a later date, maybe? Thank you, Huddy.
That
We get a double
never saw
bingo?
coming.
Maybe.
Like we saw it a lot in the early days of Sea of Thieves with some of our features, the way we make our features, and we've always had
June,
that tools,
yeah.
not rules approach. So everything that we make in a way that, players are going to do things that we never expected. Custom Seas is kind of the ultimate iteration of that. And I can't wait to see players do something that we think, of all the things we thought they would do, we never saw this combination or this type
We
of
never expected them to use 2 guns and a mouse and keyboard.
experience coming. That's what I'm really excited for.
They said Custom Seas is a flagship feature for 20.
Christina, how about you?
We'll see.
So I'm
We've got
cheating,
2 minutes left,
and
and
I'm
then
going
we'll
to say
see.
everything that everyone's already said. But I'm really excited to
Well, it's
see
gonna be on the
just
regular
how
podcast?
exactly
Yep.
this unleashes our community's creativity. We're going to see things we've never anticipated possible.
Because there's a problem if this is the only thing for the
exciting.
season,
But
which I'll get into.
in the spirit of community creativity and unleashing it, there's something that we've been working on behind the scenes. It's a small but quite significant thing to folks who have already been creating around our game over the past however many years. For folks who are kind of making props, selling them, and trying to kind of explore effectively monetizing our game, I'm very pleased to announce that as of today, we have creator commercial usage guidelines.
I'm gonna go
Historically,
through
there's
those
been
in a
some
second.
ambiguity for our creators on like what is and what isn't allowed when they're making and selling things using the
That's
Sea of
already the
Thieves
sod
IP.
office for the next
This provides
episode.
absolute clarity.
That is
and really empowers our creators to go
legal
make
action
and
right
sell,
there.
knowing kind of what our kind of framework and guidelines
That's a double
are
bingo.
for doing that safely. So it feels really good to be able to kind of be very
That's a
clear
double bingo.
on what those guidelines are. And for us as well, we get to go and spotlight those creators now. We might have shied away historically from kind of like
Can I see a big dub though?
out amazing
I'll read
creators
about it
because
in a
they've got
sec.
something on an Etsy shop that we're not sure if we could plug or not. But this gives us the framework to go spotlight those folks and push people towards their stores and allows
Also,
us
we
to
missed
shout
the mark
about them.
technically?
So
Which
yeah,
thing?
we're really
What
excited
actually is
to
this?
see
There's
what
a
people
document
make.
on
We
this.
always
I'll
have
read
been.
through it.
And we want to see links. Send them to us, please.
One bingo.
So we've got lots to look forward to then. And I think that
no.
but does it for this community direct. If you want to get involved in the discussion,
What are we
then
watching?
please
Who the hell
head
are
over
these
to our
weirdos?
social
These are the
channels and
people
let
that
us know
make the
what you
game
think.
good.
And if you'd like to try new
Drop
features
some for another
early,
2
like
hours.
custom seas, and have the chance to offer
Link from Legend of
feedback,
Zelda.
then make sure you sign up for the Sea of Thieves Insider
Talking
program.
about poor insider
We'll
info
be back
handling.
later this summer with another community direct,
Okay.
where we'll let you know all about everything headed to
That's
the
a
game
triple
in
bingo.
the second half of this year. So until then, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the seas.
Triple bingo. Why was he there again? They did it again. They put fucking Daryl in the background. I don't like when Daryl... Wait, is that even Daryl? He looks skinnier. Okay. So, couple things, couple tabs. I think the first thing we'll do is we'll look at what I was sent about this community direct. That's not Daryl. Yeah, that's not Daryl. Who the fuck is that? Okay. He took the crud dart. Yeah. Okay. So season 20. We're thrilled to announce that Season 20's headline feature will be Custom Seas, our previously discussed custom server toolset. However, the key thing to note from today's announcement is Custom Seas will not be locked behind a subscription. It'll be free to play. While we're developing testing the toolset, it became clear that locking the feature behind a subscription was limiting its RAR. Want everyone to play it. They even limited with this playing. Australia Custom Seas is a platform to build on. Finally, we're changing the season As per learnings and reflections of past few months, Season 20 will not have a 3-act structure. However, it will have the most consistent and varied live event calendar we've ever had. Okay. Are we not getting anything major then other than custom Cs? Because as much as I like custom Cs, the player base that don't make content probably won't, beyond logging in once and being like, oh, look, we can spawn in big shark. And then like, oh, that was fun. Anyway, back to the real game where we can progress. Where's the GMU? So it's plausible custom Season 20 GMU gets pushed back to 21? I think so, because unless it's a secret and they're going to reveal it at Gamescom or whatever in June, that, like, I like it. I like custom Cs, but my fucking, you know, my uncle who gets SOT tomorrow won't like it. Like, This shit ain't Gmod, bro. You got like 3 entertaining features you can do on command. Yeah. Wonder how much I missed? The whole thing. What did I miss? So, potentially Season 20 is only custom Cs, which is free to play for everyone who has the game. The star prize, Drew the Tickler. But, this is only good realistically for content creators. This is not good for the average player. And this is following up the current season, which didn't even add anything to grind for. Remind me when I got the game open, Cliff, to do that, please. They should give you a fizz gun thing, actually. Yeah, they should. Yeah, that's... I'm actually happy about this, and this is just down to how shit's been recently, but holy fuck, I'm excited for SOT. I'm excited about this, but this is bad for the overall player base if this is all we're getting. Like, obviously, if they need to take time to work on it, that's whatever, but like... Yikes. Okay. So... which thing... was this was what I wanted to look at next. Season 20 is only custom Cs. Yeah, what is the chance they announce something in the Xbox Showcase? I mean, that article implied that the main thing was that YouTube comments. No, I want to view the commercial use guidelines because this affects me personally. Because I'm watching my dying grandpa in hospice, bro. It's weird because custom Cs is fucking great, and especially if it's free, but you kind of need to add content for the non-content creators, or else it's kind of just a literal nothing season for the majority. That means we're getting no more commendations next season again. Season 20, well, it's not cancelled, it just kind of isn't an update for the people at home, it's an update for me. I don't know how to feel about that. It could be good for a big part of the playbase, so easily set up TDMs and stuff, it would revitalize. No, it would, but like, it's not positive for the normal sandbox players, you know? Like, that's kind of like, Make content for 10% of people if that hurts the overall game, people's expectations. Yeah, like, if there's a server list, it could be fire. Oh, that'd be cool, actually. If there was a server browser, but yeah, can you try to get something to advertise crud.boats? Maybe. I had to go and do something, miss whatever the rest said. We'll have to see what happens there, I guess. I just kind of worry because it's like, that's not good for normal players. Anyway, Sea of Thieves now has official limited commercial usage guidelines. In short, this allows makers in our community to sell their creations following the guidelines and gives us more freedom to highlight those talented folks. Okay, random question. How do you do the doubloon farm at one of those skeleton camps? You go to Barnacle Cay solo and you just climb up and down the ladder. Every time you climb up the ladder, it resets the island spawns. You just kill captains. Should be loaded until you complete the tutorial because swabbies could just play it thinking it's the game. Oh yeah, Captain. I don't even want to think about that. Once they have the ability to move fucking NPCs, it's over. All right, so limited commercial usage guidelines. This is a whole bunch of shit. Don't need to read that. On that basis, therefore, in general, you may do things that are specifically covered by fair dealing or fair use expectations of copyright to copyright and trademark laws. You may not do things that are not that. Definitions. These guidelines cover the use of our brands and our assets. For those purposes, these guidelines, when we refer to a name, we mean the name of any one of our games, taglines, features, events, or company identity, as well as any names which are confusingly similar to the names of our games, taglines, features, events, or company identity. Our brands Names and related logos, distinctive characteristics of any of our names and games. Our assets is code, software, graphics, textures, image models, sound and audio from our games, any video, screenshots taken from our games. Essential requirements. Here are the absolute ground rules to apply to any use of our names, brands, and assets. If you're using any part of the name, any of our brands, any of our assets, then what you're doing must not make people think that what you are doing is official, approved, or endorsed by us, or associated or connected with us. Okay. Not be unlawful, deceptive, obscene, harmful, or disparaging, obviously. Not take action that would harm or damage any of our brands or any of our assets. That's kind of hard not to do because just streaming this game is damaging to it. Not include anything else around it that makes people think that you or what you're doing is official, approved, or endorsed by us, or associated or connected with us. So that's literally the first point the second time. That's literally just this point. You think anything on your shop or Thieves will be flagged? No. Sea of Thieves at risk. This is so sad. Yeah, it's weird. Comply with the relevant account terms, EULA, and sufficiently differentiate the use of any name you're using from any other branding. All uses. In relation to all uses, permitted or otherwise, all rights, including copyright, trademark rights, and related rights in name, brand, assets, or any derivatives, are and will remain owned by Rare and Microsoft. All any permissions and consents are given by them and can be revoked at any time, and they're expressly reserved. Rah. Naming guidelines. If you comply with and follow the essential requirements, you may use our names in connection with a product or service, title, or listing, including on websites or platforms like YouTube. Does this apply to not safe for work? Yeah, Mel might be getting a run for her money. The name is a secondary name and title, or a secondary part of it. You do so because it is necessary to honestly, fairly describe those things at the purpose of them. You ensure the name, which includes any confusingly similar name, is not the dominant element or the distinctive part of your complete name or title. You don't use any other aspect of brands or assets as part of any related branding, including as or part of any logo. In particular, you don't use the Reaper's Mark Skull logo either on its own or incorporated into another logo. For example, naming a podcast Pirate Talk, a Sea of Thieves podcast, would be okay. But Sea of Thieves, the podcast, would not be okay, because the name might confuse people and make them think the podcast is an official Rare/Microsoft production. Let me go to YouTube and search Sea of Thieves podcast. Oh! What is this? The Sea of the Ives podcast. Comes up before the official Sea of Thieves podcast, which is all the way down here. Now, here's the thing. This is called the Sea of Thieves podcast. So, I don't think this is a problem. Now, you might say, Crud, you're logged in. So let's go to a private tab and go to YouTube. Let's do this. Let's do this. Sea of Thieves podcast. Oh, that's strange, but it isn't using your name or your assets. So fuck off. Just put unofficial next to it. I mean, we are the official Sea of Thieves podcast. Confusingly similar names. I mean, we name that separate to them. Mist. Handcrafted products. If you follow the essential requirements, naming guidelines, you conform with the following. Any product or design is otherwise entirely original, is unique, a unique design. No part of the brand or assets forms a dominant element or substantial part of the product in its design. What does this mean for people who make the guns? Like they make the physical models of the guns. You make no use of any software, sound, or audio from Sea of Thieves. Okay. You mark clearly and prominently on each product and all related materials and products listing descriptions that this is not an official Sea of Thieves product, not approved or associated by Microsoft or Rare. You're explicit about who to contact about the product and or purchase, who the seller and manufacturer are, and that the seller and manufacturer are not Rare, not Microsoft, not affiliated, not supported. Rare and Microsoft have no liability for products or purchase. You don't make and sell more than 20 product items using the same or substantially similar unique design, further described below. For example, you can make 20 t-shirts using design A and 20 t-shirts using design B, but you cannot make 21 t-shirts using design A, nor can you make 20 t-shirts using design A plus 3 mugs using design A? What the fuck are we talking about? Why? What is this? Thank you, Snickers, for the prime. This doesn't even affect me. What the fuck does this mean, though? I'm thinking of all the people who make shit on Etsy. What does that mean? Why? You sell those products only through a website or service channel that independently records the quantities of products sold and enables us to independently verify that information. You got to take someone to court if you want that information. They're not going to provide that to you. Basically means same logo on hoodie, bracelet, shirt, underwear. Yeah, but like, why? FOMO content to unofficial merch, big exploit. These are so oddly specific. Yeah. They want to cap you in the earnings, no mass producing. Wait, so I can only make 20 items. So if I can make sold art, I can only sell 20 posters of a specific poster. Yes. So if you were to make a beautiful piece, okay, you know what? Let's go to the crud art folder, for example. These are obviously not sod art. They're art of my pirate and shit. Okay. If I was to put this on a poster and it had like actual sod assets in it, I could only sell 20 of that poster. All of this would only be sellable 20 times if you go off what they're saying, which is fucking stupid. Mike, what the fuck do you think? 20 mugs? What? What up, XK90? Like, I don't understand, like, what the fuck the distinction's for. Seems like a huge slap in the face that Chloe. Yeah, she's a SOP partner as well, and she makes like blunderbusses and shit. The humble concept of royalties, yeah. So they basically went to SOP Fest and got upset people were selling art and stuff. No, but they love that. I love the Christmas one. Go to my merch store. Go to crud.boats. They love those people though. So I don't even get it. What will you have in 20 mugs, Mike? Yeah. You sell those products through a website. You comply with all laws and requirements, and you make no more than 5,000 USD for any calendar year from selling products under these guidelines. Why? What the fuck? Okay, Rare. Your merch store sells fucking dog shit. Why are you preventing people from buying better thematical merch? Like, what? This is so rude to like the fucking actual art community. Flip the image and it's different. This is crazy. How do they find out when I sell the 21st mug? They want you to sell through a provider that will provide, sell through a merch store that will provide them the information of sales if they request it. And they don't send out final orders to people. Yeah. Is this whole thing is a big fuck you. This is so weird. Yeah, Stiggy, I don't understand it because it's like, if I'm one of those people that makes the beautiful sod art and I sell it, and I make $5,001, and you're gonna get mad at me about it? Like, what the fuck? There is no positive to this. This is a genuine sign of like hatred towards the artist. If you put a character on an item, would they consider that a sod asset? I don't know. We're gonna start selling AI art. Let's be honest. Give them to pick and choose who they go after legally. Well, yeah, exactly. They won't go after Jotaro's friends. Rare thinks they got Nintendo money to enforce rules. This is what this is. This is Nintendo. They're doing a Nintendo. As used above, unique design is something that adds enough personal creativity to make the work distinctive and original rather than just pulling assets directly from the game or only making minor changes. For example, you can't just put a Sea of Thieves key art or a screenshot from the game on a product, but you could create original fan art or cosplay props inspired by adventures on Sea of Thieves and sell limited quantities of it as long as it complies with other agreements. For example, making cosplay props and replica/models of things found in the game are great. We love to see it. What we don't want, however, is people pulling 3D models and other assets directly from game files to sell or otherwise distribute, or to make 3D prints and sell those, as that would violate the policies in these guidelines. The purpose of the product number and sale amount limits is to allow our fans to create and share the products of their hobbies and creative pursuits with the rest of the Sea of Thieves community, without allowing people to extensively commercialize our name, brand, or assets, or run businesses selling products featuring our name, brand, or assets. If a business tries to commercialize Sea of Thieves beyond the guidelines we've established here, we'll do something about it. Here's what they'll do about it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Son. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, Sea of LARP. Yeah, okay. Fuck off. You don't want to see them when they're angry? Dude, when they're angry, it's like this. See this? It's like this. This is what's coming for you if you fucking make 21 sales of a mug. Fucking Mr. Cool Ice over here. What the fuck are we talking about, Rare? Why are you doing this? Also, Why are you doing this in 2026? The game won't exist this time next year. If we're being realistic, the game won't exist in a year's time. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? Oh yeah, let's have a look, Mixel. Hang on. Toxicity Strike Force right there. If this is brought to court, the judge would laugh at that. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but like, we'll do something about it. Like, what the fuck? Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Don't... Someone upset about the player base? You know what? That is someone upset with the community. And that's a quad bingo right there. That's a quad bingo. Can you talk about the last line in the official podcast? Yes. Clock strikes 12. Midnight arrives. Quingo? That's a squonk, a Quingo. Bad graphics? No, the placeholder graphics didn't look bad. They were just incomplete. Why out of all these years to start bringing... No, that's what I'm saying. It's 2026. Why are we trying to fucking piss off the Etsy sellers? Like, what? We did get team mention with Strike Force. We did. That is 6 bingos. That's a sexingo. Hey, Crow, can I invest in Uncommon to develop Ocean of Robbers? You might have to, dude. Guy behind the couch, don't talk about him. Red Devs are the one that gives dislike to the Sea of Thieves podcast. This is insane. That's crazy. Like, what the fuck? Why are they doing that? Hang on, let me go see the replies on that tweet. Was Mel mentioned also count in the comments? Nah, because they've officially mentioned her before. All right, so what are people saying in response to this? Yes, the first step of sunsetting a game. Limited guidelines, limited content, limited fun. How about you fix your support team, fix your game? W for creators? Not really. This game is controlled by somebody who's way too focused on business and money. Well, yeah. Yes, type of account the list I'm finding their bio while being followed by 99% porn bots. What? Oh, it's Floyd Berger, of course. He's being silly. I got Floyd Berger to unblock me. I saw him in Godfather's chat and I said, unblock me on Twitter. And he said, you look at Twitter? Who even uses that? And I go, it's the retweet store. It's where I get retweets. And then he unblocked me. Did they close replies? No. They didn't close replies. So the SOT Twitter didn't close their replies. What they did was they blocked me. Was he Megan? Well, that's funny. Like 2 homeless people fighting. Now, okay, so here's some things. So Ghost Admiral here says, blink twice, chappers, if the future of Sea of Thieves is more exciting than the community currently thinks. And then Shiny Ray just hits with this. Sorry, I had to. I believe Matt Pat is going to enjoy this. I think Matt Pat will enjoy dissecting this frame by frame. Yo, Matt. Yes, Matt Pat, you should totally reply to our DM. Bro thinks he's special for being blocked by SOT. Dude, they block everyone. Shiny Ray's unhinged. I love it. Dude, Shiny Ray, fucking... Hang on. Check this out. Sea of Thieves. I didn't know... I knew Shiny Ray was cool, but I didn't know he was this cool. Check this out. I think it was this episode. I think it was the most recent, or it was one before it. Yeah. Shiny Ray, watch Sea of Thieves podcast. And he goes, why have I just discovered this? And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Sea of Thieves blocked you, no way, that's generally pathetic. Yeah, and they blocked me when they were blocking a lot of people that were using the FreeTheb hashtag in their replies. Not me. I've never interacted with the Sea of Thieves Twitter. They just put me in that block thing. Why the fuck is a video game representative Twitter account blocking anyone other than obviously spammers and harassers? Yeah. Just got back. No, yeah, Shiny Ray's cool. He's always been cool. He's not a guy who has flip-flopped on his ideas of SOT. He's never gone, no, SOT is going to be really good. You guys are just negative. He's always said, yeah, this is not good. You know, these things are good, but this is not good. He's not like certain folk that are making videos now going, SOT is dying now, but those people are the ones who a year ago would say, anyone who says SOT is going to die is fucking stupid. Yeah. He's also the guy who I always refer to the clip, Burning Questions. He's the guy who asked Mike the question about Xbox One support. In this clip that I show a lot, there he is, Tiny Ray right there. He is the one who asked about, does Xbox One hold back the game? And would you ever get rid of it? And Mike says, it does hold back the game and we would never get rid of it. So this clip has helped me a lot with convincing people that mic might not be the best. So, yeah. Owlet, I don't know. I don't want to talk about Owlet. Woodrow Jenkins here. Okay, so hang on. We got a double here. So Falcor says, today's Dev Direct felt underwhelming. That's not really a softer way to say it. Making custom seeds free is generally a good move, but it raises a bigger question of whether it's the main focus of Season 20 or just one part of it. The reaction from chat seemed pretty clear. Most people weren't especially excited about custom servers, aside from those who initially thought it meant PvE servers and then felt let down that wasn't the case. Which, by the way, I keep saying this on stream, way too many people thought the custom servers announcement was like progress, but you can spawn shit in. So many people watched that video and their takeaway was, oh, cool. I'll be able to finish my Chest of Fortune com because I'll be able to spawn in Chest of Fortunes. People are fucking stupid. The bigger issue is that it didn't answer the questions that people were hoping for. If anything, it created more. What happened to the orb of teasers? Orb of teasers? Oh, what happened to the orb teasers? Sorry, I thought you said orb of. What does the new seasonal model actually look like? And where is this team focusing its efforts going forward? These were kinds of things many expected to hear about, especially since the Dev Direct was delayed with the explanation they needed to be a clear direction for the seasonal approach. That clarity just didn't come through. Instead of feeling like a direct update, it ended up feeling like a more indirect, leaving people still waiting for the bigger picture. I love you guys, but this is really disappointing, Sea of Thieves. No, people are Rust. I had so many people be like, wait, so we're getting like custom servers and we can just do everything in them and like progress? I was like, not the progress part, but yes. Yeah. And so Woodrow Jenkins here says, I believe custom servers to be an incredible move. However, it can be too little too late, which I have said a lot. Hopefully I'm wrong, but Sea of Thieves had lighting in a bottle a couple years ago. There was private takeover or public charity event going on damn near every day of the week. I just hope these pirates find their way back and continue to create events made our community so special. And I responded, I said, that's the unfortunate downside of recent decisions. Way too late. Hourglass changes are great, but we need them 3 years ago. FOV, Quickswap, proper customs, all would have been good prior to Season 1 when the people who could make the most of them still played and made content. And that's the issue. Obviously, these things are good, but we needed them earlier. Just killed another Arc streamer, got banned in their chat. Good shit. And they brought up the badge. Dude, they don't care about the partner badge, dude. Yeah, and then Will here says, looks like they are putting their main focus on custom Cs, which is worrying because realistically, the only people who be regularly playing it are creators or communities who set up TDMs or naval fights. The average player has no reason to play it more than once or twice. And I say, yeah, I like custom Cs, but realistically, it's going to be for content creation above all else. Maybe tournaments, but they kind of let the competitive scene die completely before making this an option. Unsure what the average player will get out of it beyond one mess around sesh. And he says this, and the fact that they didn't even mention the main game in the video aside from the Plunder Pass rework, just looks like they're neglecting the main portion of the play base, to be honest. Which I think that's a fair take. It's a fair take. I think this video and Season 20, which is, I like that we're getting custom Cs. I like that they're free. It's very strange that, we're like potentially not getting anything else. Because I worry about the general player base because those are the people I sync. And if they're not around, what the fuck am I going to sync? The make like Halo custom games would be fun, but I doubt that I'll have it for 4+ years. Yeah, is the music ready just in case? Always. What have I missed here, guys? Is Salt saved? There's a few good things, don't get me wrong, but no. They didn't just miss the mark, they hit the neighbor in the overyard and the bot. It's just weird. I'll reinstall if you can sync my ship. Yes. All right, let's have a look in the comments. Still waiting on clothing presets. That is the like permanent, like never-ending thing. Who's Mark? Why they keep missing him? I don't know. Well, we'd know him if they didn't miss him so much. What upcoming changes are you most excited about? Like they had a huge variety of options to choose between custom Cs and custom Cs. Made a bunch of changes. We're excited for these changes. We're changing some of the changes to make more changes. And I got to do reply scouting in here just in case. Saveable outfit presets. Where? See, that is the thing that the general public want the most. And I know that the devs could implement it. Imagine the shit show if they made the main features of next season paid. Do you think that's why they got rid of the price? Because that's the main feature. And I gotta stand up. We gotta shift to standing desk mode. Hang on. Let me use my robot attachment real quick. That's right. Yeah, we're in the future now. Okay. So, this could have been an email every time. It's always relevant. It's always accurate. Too long, don't worry, don't watch. They didn't say squat about Season 20 making custom Cs free. That's it. Also, this is some BS about listening to the community. LOL. Isn't custom Cs no progress? See? People don't know. Wait, was there no Season 20 info? No, Nessie. So they said the headline feature of Season 20 is 1, they're not doing the seasonal 3-act structure anymore, and 2, it's custom Cs, which is free. The Grand Maritime Union shit that was leaked is missing, and I don't know. But yeah, no, this is what I mean. People don't understand that custom Cs was never going to be a progress. It's fucking creative mode, man. Like, oh, yo. Who remembers Kish? Why should they listen to the community when the community has nothing to prove they are worth being listened to? That's a good generalization, Kish. That's great. Keep up that energy. Everyone is the same. Every single person it's a hive mind. Yes. I haven't watched this yet, but what if season 20 is vague on purpose? What if something else big is being released? I don't know if it's possible given Rare's track record. I was saying this recently when season 9 got delayed, season 10 got slightly delayed, and there was all these people like, no, trust me, there's something big coming. They just haven't announced it. And then the big coming never happened. This is that cope again. What if something else big is being released? We know about the Grand Maritime Union leak. It's probably not this season, though. We get nothing updated and still get descoped? Yeah, the cope and bargaining in one comment. There's no way half of the video is about the freaking Emporium. Waiting for the big headline reveal. Yeah, where is it? Surely that'll fix everything? Yeah, nothing ever happens. Gotta love it when they talk about things we're already aware of. Crud stream will be eating good today. Hello, Felipe. Crud streams like these community directs, lacking depth and very predictable. No! Fuck! And they got a fucking thumbs up. What the fuck, Julie? Fuck! Why did you guys even show up? Based? Yeah, fuck you, legit. How dare you, bro? You're in the chat, right? Oh, you were in the chat before. Fuck you, legit. I'm thumbing you down. Piece of shit. We're in the middle of season 19. Wait, there is a season, 3 achievements, a few hourglass changes, that's it? How much money do you think it takes to produce one of these episodes? Feel like you go towards something more meaningful? God damn, you're pretty much done after. Yeah, it's over, bro. I'm never making a fucking crud rant again. I'm just so predictable with the way I just watch content and then react to it. Where's Mark? I miss him. Base David Chudson. Nothing announced about the actual game. Well, that's reductive. Really bursting tears laughing the whole statement. These features we promised were never even implemented put so much pressure on us as a team that we decided to scale back and do even less. I didn't even think of that. Get predicted, idiot. Fuck you. Yeah, no, that is interesting that he's like, yeah, like we promised all this shit and it was way too much, but also we're just not putting it in. Now let me adjust the lighting. I need to make it, because I'm standing up, I need to make it a little, we'll get a little brown. That's the wrong direction. We'll get a little more brown with it. Oh, that's a little pale. Hang on. Oh, wait, hang on. I know how to fix this. Cool, so I didn't do shit. All right. Salt rain incoming. Can't wait for the crud stream. What up, Sniper Boy? Missing the mark intensifies. Am I insane because I'm not seeing a difference? Yeah, I just fucking... Can't wait for Salt Rant. What up, J Blue? Freemo Dangus. Trials ongoing. Can't wait to see a video that feels like it was never meant for me, even though I played since year one. Yes, a community and many, but I wonder how many people feel truly addressed with whatever feedback they've written in the last years. Has nothing to do with Salt Rant, but fair enough. Custom seeds being free is going to kill the game. Non-total player base will be. Has nothing to do with whatever. This is a good point here. You need to link the unlockable cosmetics with the commendations needed to unlock them. Why can't you just click something in game? Okay, so if I don't have every cosmetic and a new cosmetic I see, I go, ooh, and it says complete the fucking shit on the Pirate Lord cosmetic, and I'm like, what is that what is that commendation and where is it? It's not about you, crud, geez. Oh. Like, you should be able to click it and it'll go to the specific trading company commendation and highlight it. Like, there's no way to know what half the fucking comms are without searching through a fucking huge log of comms. Add a search bar, rare, no. So anyway, we're going to rotate it. Yeah, that's their crud humor. Yeah, it did. It makes funerals feel hopeful. Guys better nail this. We need clothing ship presets. We do have ship presets, but not clothing. FOMO, comms, Emporium coming soon. Marathon does that shit, but only half of you have to press a button. It just opens the codex. Yeah, like it's easy. Have you considered game dev hard? Oh, fuck. I forgot that game dev is hard. Game dev's hard, guys. Have you ever thought, you know when you see those ads, it's like $1 a day can feed a child in Africa. They don't even know what it's like to be a game dev. Game dev, it's hard. You thought you think plumbing, you think like electricians, you think manual labor, you think like groundskeepers, you think they have a hard job? Buddy, one day as a game dev is worth like 16 years in the trenches. Game dev, it's hard. It's categorically hard too. There's no easier game dev. Every bit of game dev is just as difficult. Those hard 6-hour game dev shifts, a friend in the UK is a game dev and said 10 to 4 shifts are the standard. That's hard, man. Game dev, it's hard. You know, we hire professionals who can code and can fuck with the physics and the engine and stuff. It's hard. Even when you know how to do it, it's hard. You have no idea how hard game dev is? No, I don't. But I do know that for some reason it's literally a trend online. No matter what game it is, no matter how shittily it's done, people go, hey, whoa, game dev is hard. With no fucking basis. They just say that, and I understand that it's definitely hard. Coding is a fucking hard concept. But the blanket fucking excuse of game dev is hard, I hate it. I don't think it's very smart. So you have nothing but custom season UI changes. We need you, crud. I'm here. We need more story development with Flameheart. Yes. It's crazy you guys get paid for this. Ooh, that is a fucking biting comment. Crud's rant soon? Right now. They are paid to do this. It doesn't matter how hard it is. Well, that's the thing, right? It's like you are given a job that you have chosen in, like, to work in that field. No, lots of jobs are hard. Like, that's the thing. But specifically for some reason, game dev is this untouchable difficulty where if you even criticize someone for developing a game, you get treated like you fucking game Dolph Hitler. You're like, oh, game dev? It's hard. Hey, Crud, what up, Billy? Crud, learning coding just to make a better game? Fuck that. No money in that for me. Bricklaying is hard, but we criticize the building company no less if the walls fell down. Hey, man. House dev is hard. It's impossible, difficult on game dev. Game dev is hard, but their choice is not great. Game dev is hard stops working when you're talking about a large studio's entire job as a game dev. Indie is a different. Yeah, no, indie, exactly. Indie, if you're an indie studio, yeah, fuck it. Hardworking people. What was that? Hang on. Don't get me wrong, Custom C is an awesome addition for content creators and TDMers, which is what, 2% of the player base. Not gonna lie, the mark has been missed yet again. Yeah. House dev is hard. We have to delay Windows till we know we can implement the problem. Okay, I'm back and have no mutual servers. Hopefully the count goes down. Nice. Thank you for checking. Listen, man, money uranium can't compare to game dev difficulty. How can you sleep at night knowing those poor game devs are at rope's end after accidentally making a loot spin? I know. Thank you, Conan. All right, let's see. There's red spikes. Legit adding a search bar will resolve so many of those complaints. Yep. So it's been my first... No, that's fine. I appreciate it. Loot spin is a feature. Yep. Custom server created content. Next time, just put a post on your social media. See, this is what I'm saying. The standard player of the game shouldn't enjoy it. They should think this isn't a good system for them because unfortunately, there's no real, what's in it for them really. Hello, Crud. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you, Dodgy Duck. Does that say Crud Humor? Yes. Hello, Crud. Hi, Sethi. I'm really digging in these comments. I'm looking for. Does this count? Can Rare ban Eddie the Bear from every Sea of Thieves related chat/comments? Does that count as Eddie appearing? Crud, if you made a better slot, you can sell for like $20 more than slot per copy. $50 current slot turns $7, assuming half your community buys it. That's 724,500. Yes? Okay. Could have just made an Undertale. Could have just made Heartbound. I'm sorry, but where the hell was there absolutely no mention of new content? That's not technically true. Water desync is creeping back in. Yes. Been having free custom service for years. This is gold. Upper Rare said custom Cs and then custom Cs all over the place. For the community day without stats because one community day it dropped and dropped by half and the game never recovered. True. Shout out to King Hot Dog Pig. He got blocked by fucking Jotaro for simply making a tweet how the stats were halved. Hashtag rent free. Exactly. My understanding is he was commenting on the live version of this. Tell him, Crud. I got you, Freak Show. God. Should do YouTube polls instead of email surveys to gauge a wider audience? Nah. Optimizing their plan for regulatory. Yeah, that was weird. That comment was because Eddie was being dumb and yeah, I know that he was in the live chat because people were posting screenshots. Let me go find the specific screenshot. I think someone tagged me with it. How do I view notifications on Discord again? 1 second. I can probably just search that. Can't bring him out without the music. Well, we need to see him before we can do that. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Someone fucking posted it. God damn it. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, that's not the comment. That is a comment by him, but it's not the one. Where's this? Here. Oh, I didn't see this one. Suffer. Suffer, Edward. See my name and just fucking suffer. You little baby boy. And that counts as Clown Music Man in the comments. You cry baby. You little cry baby. Oh, what a fucking loser. Was there any more? Oh no, here's the other one I wanted to show that I saw. Where's all the rare never listens? Hey Eddie, so if you watch this video, you'd find out that people were pretty unhappy and it's not really displaying rare listening. A little bit, yes, but not overall. But that's okay. That's okay. Someone cries. This is a crybaby. Thank you, Yorkshire Mike. Someone cried, and it was Edward. And now that's a 7 bingo. That's an 8 bingo. That's an octuple bingo. Octuple ingo right there. Oh, Eddie, you will never learn. You will never grow. You'll just keep rotting, and it's literally your own fault. You could fix it. You could start the podcast with me like I offered, but you've chosen to make yourself just an unlovable weirdo. Can't wait for the crud rant. There you go on. All right. That's good enough. Does it say crud humor? Yes, it does. Reddit comments, kind of FOMO if you already stopped caring about the game. Truth. You telling me there was not expensive water? There was none. Got to go, dentist appointment. See you, Mike. Cheers again. Everyone can never compare to Nedwood. What exactly have I missed? I'm so lost. The summary is Season 20 is going to be just custom Cs, which is free, which is kind of not great for the extended community. So that's kind of the main thing. They're doing some cool things with the Plunder Pass, which are nice, but they did say in the future they're going to address the Emporium to Outpost cosmetic disparity, which is nice. Someone come for all of 0.26. Sorry, I got bored of the comments. He's the biggest crybaby in the community. He is. He's the biggest self-victimizing fucking loser in the community. Genuinely. Like, all he wants to do is go against the grain. When is the future, though? I don't fucking know. They've said that a lot. Yep. Rotating Emporium items generally so stupid, like at a damn search bar. Yes. Big idiot, man. Mm-hmm. Hopefully consumers are wise to turn your players into payers tactics. Nope. As we showed that video of the guy who just had 1 million fucking cosmetics and he just started playing. Nope. Gonna be a real man. There's a dismal downward spiral from rare. Feels like they're trying to milk the last they can from the game. Oh, cosmetics, both Emporium player and are getting bloated. Searching them is a challenge. Surely the solution could be add loadout presets or search function. Nope. More FOMO. So it is now Fortnite. Yep. Just add like a dark adventure set per season. People going, no, do that. I would love that. Eddie Thebsia can't stop being a freak. It's weird he has a humiliation fetish. Like, it's very weird. I put in the comments, crud rant gonna be sploofy. Oh, I wish I saw that, but I've just, yeah. Did I miss the rant? Yes. This is the end of the rant. Thank you everyone for watching the rant. We're about to play Salt. Theb's about to jump on. But for the YouTube viewers, go to crud.boats right now and buy every piece of fucking merch. Also, wait, no, sappy bullshit moment. Hang on. Let's be really cringe real quick. Let's be genuine crud, you know, because I'm just so evil and negative. Anyway, so I did a tweet last night. And I said, quitting my job 2 years ago to the date was a pretty swag idea. Shout out to every crudhead on every platform who supports me, even though I'm just some Sea of Thieves stinker. These numbers are so crazy to me. Thanks for sticking around. Sot rant tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. What I was showing here as well, for people who don't know what this is, the plus points, when you're a Twitch partner, I think you can do it as affiliate. If you get 100 non-prime, non-gifted subs a month, you get what's called Partner Plus, which means you get a 60-40 split instead of a 50-50. You have to do that 3 months in a row, and then you get that for 12 months, and every month adds on. I've had that for about 2 years now. If you get to 300 of that, you get a 70-30 split, up to $100,000 a year. I'm like over the halfway point now on average, which is really fucking cool. That means there's at least 170 on average people that pay money on me every month, which is cool. That's very, very cool. 20K followers, 13K, 2.5K, 3.5K members in Discord. Only 240 followers on Instagram because I only just set it up really, and 4,000 followers on Twitter. So cheers. Thank you. Keep it up and I'll keep it up. Should I stop gifting subs to more people have to sub themselves? That's what I got from this info. No. Did tier 3s count for more? Let me check. I don't actually know if they do because I don't know if it's sub points. Let me check. I can find that right now. Because they count. I know sub points, partner tier 3s and shit do count, but all right, plus program. 73 manage plus go. Tier. No. So it's just any tier that subs, not prime, not gifted monthly. And so as you can see, I can't view historically, but it's been above 100 for almost 2 years now, which is already crazy. But the fact I'm like almost near 300 is crazy as well. Just about to ask Inda, it's Crudmaster on Instagram. Twitter bio said father. Yeah, I'm a father to all of you. All right, cool.